Mic check. Checking mics. Oh man, we got really low delay today. That's awesome. Ugh. Gosh, I don't stream for a little bit, and YouTube completely changes their entire streaming everything. So hopefully this works out good. Hi, how you doing? It's Saturday night. That's why I stream, because it's Saturday night. We talk about Nerf and crap. How y'all doing? Hello, Crab Gammon. Well, since I have a target really close to me, I would guess I'd like a Striker 2.0 under the tree, says Alvient Person. I mean, that's a good one to get if you want it. I'm doing all right. Freaking out a little bit. Tomorrow's a pretty important day, and I know things were slow this week, and I'm not gonna lie if I say I don't think things will get slower. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow is a make or break day for me. If you don't hear from me for a little while, I'll keep you guys updated in the community tab or something on the YouTube channel. Otherwise, hopefully, I can still get some stuff done because I have a lot of videos I want to finish. But it's been a week. It's been a very busy week. We were not home a whole lot this week. And when I was home, I was basically sleeping. So hopefully, things turn out. This will all make sense soon. I might not update you guys till Christmas. I do have a sponsored video I want to get out on the Insta360 Go, which is a tiny little action. I mean, it is actually really tiny. This is like the best camera I've seen for Nerf. Some of the 360 ones, this is not a 360 camera, but it is an Insta360, are really good as well. But this has some features I don't know if other cameras have that I think are like quintessential for foam flinging. And I'm very happy to have this one. I've been putting it through its paces. And then I want to have a Christmas video, which is probably going to be the Nerf loadout, like, long review. Well, thank you, Alan Carr. I'm looking for the DIY solo on Primus, says Crab Gammon. Both very good. I kind of like... This thing never leaves my desk. I kind of like the chroma keyed out. the painted clear... Cricket Pro over the Solo, but I do want to get that new Solo set, the one that has the triple barrel. I have the 3D printed ones. I want to see how the official works. Primus is at Bass Show Props and Cabela's. I might have to try to stop by one then. What color did you paint your long shot? I don't think I've painted a long shot ever. Want a scavenger? Scravenger, you mean? Ninja with VR? Titan CS50 or a Hammer Strike? Well, that's a gap. Titan CS50s are pretty hard to get your hands on. 6-shot revolver from Domino Strike was? That would be the Hammer Shot. I think the Hammer Strike from the Alpha Strike line is actually really good. And I think Sweet Revenge and stuff is also really good. Hammer Shots, though, they're not very hard to get. I think you can still buy them brand new. Pretty sure. I would like a Nerf regulator. Well, good news, it's actually still on Amazon, I think, for under 40 bucks. So that's not bad. Last Saturday was watching your last stream. Was Monica Blaster and can make another one if you want one. IX, the Blaster Corn Talon, MagFed 7-inch barrel upgrade spring. That is a lot, Iris Roth. That sounds cool. I don't need one, but that sounds cool. Well, thank you, OK Brick City. I'm getting 2 Boxer Pros. That is too much power for one person, Derek. Chrono Barrel. I'm glad those are still available. I wish we had a better option. They're not super accurate, but they're really cool. They give you a good baseline. You can tell if number goes up or down. That's the most important thing. There are some Nerf leaks we can talk about. I kind of want to do a more dedicated thing about them. But... yeah, these 50s like 700 bucks. It was, Ringo. It's not anymore. I think I saw new in-box ones for like 300 on Amazon. I don't think Nerf is as collectible as we think it is. But there were some leaks. General Strife has been keeping me up to date on a lot of them. They don't sound awesome. And I say that as somebody who's like, they're making another, what do you want to call another, not collab, I guess collab blaster is a way to put it. The word is escaping me right now. But there is a whole new line of blasters coming. And there is a brand new Dart Zone flywheeler that's coming, which we don't really know too much about. Can actually take a look at these. Are all leaked through like retailer listings and stuff like that. Let me get this on screen. I did not plan this ahead of time. I apologize. But we can see. Let's see if I can get that behind me. There we go. Put it over here, maybe? Let's see how that works. You can kind of see it. I thought that was supposed to be behind me. There we go. I can just make the Walcom shrink. Pew, pew, pew. There we go. So, somebody had a monkey's paw. I don't know how I feel about this. We got NERF One Piece coming. I'm a big One Piece fan. I am not looking forward to NERF One Piece. If there's like a line, like, I guess One Piece does have firearms in it, but most of the time they're just basic flintlocks that don't really do a whole lot. And that would be cool, except for after how the Fortnite and the Roblox and the Minecraft turned out, I am very much worried about it. So we see One Piece sword, AST assorted. That might be like a foam sword. Might be a foam sword pack. It might be a box of foam swords that has different ones in it. That could be cool. There was the NERF Knight. There was a sword released. I haven't covered it. And it is apparently pretty okay. Believe it or not. So, that could be okay. You know, it'd be nice to get my own Kitetsu in NERF. I would pay money for that. Then we have a new line that's coming. I don't see N series on this, but we got NERF Rebel. Not Rebel, Rebel. Good job, Hasbro. Golf clap. Well done. Raider, Ranger, Renegade. I see a theme going on here. Super aggressive, super macho. It's NERF, man. Like, it's hard for me. I've given so much excitement to NERF over the years, only for them to completely just destroy it, which sucks. I want to be more excited for this, but right now it's so hard. It's so hard to be excited for anything Hasbro. First NERF Zombie, now Rebel. Yeah. I've never watched One Piece. Is it good? It's hard to watch. They are doing a remix of like everything to kind of tighten up the pacing and stuff like that. It's way easier to read. You can catch up on One Piece if you read it a couple of hours a day for like a couple of weeks. You can catch up. It's very good. One man dedicated his entire life to writing the story about funny pirates. So it's pretty good. Shadow Speed Night Sword. It's in the loadout line. Okay, yeah, I have seen it. I didn't know it was in the loadout line. I've never seen it in stores. I probably would have bought one if I found it in stores. I'm talking like I've been to Target, I've been to Walmart, I've been to Fred Meyer. I've never seen it on shelves. I've also never seen the I've never seen the Warp Speed. It's never shown up. I've seen the Pronto. I've never seen the Warp Speed. I don't know what's going on with that one. No One Piece at all, says Tony. Incoming internal conflict. Rebel Ops, see, we added the word ops. It's not rebel because we added the word ops. Yeah. That is concerning. So, I'm not a fan. Maybe I'm alone on this one. You'll have to let me know, chat. I'm not a fan of Hasbro constantly releasing new lines, constantly, never sticking with a single one. I personally loved when we had NERF Rival, we had NERF Elite, and if you bought like NERF Rival, like you got blue, white, and red, and then they changed it up later. But like with NERF Elite, it was so cool when all of the blasters, like all of the blasters were the same color. They all melded together. All of their attachments were cross-compatible. And I feel like Nerf has completely forgotten that. It's really silly. So, I don't know why they are doing this. Same thing with like, oh, you bought the Nerf Fortnite stuff and it came with attachments and none of them match any other Fortnite blaster. And every single Fortnite blaster had a different skin. They couldn't just give us like the purple and the yellow. No, they had to give us the skins one, which is cool because I guess you got the skin in the video game if you, but it's, come on, man. I really not a fan at all. If I can tilt this down. Oh no, I'm falling off the edge of the universe. There we go. Since 2020, Hyper, Mega XL, Ultra, N Series, Elite 2.0, Loadout, Roblox, and now Rebel Ops in one piece. The other problem, and you know this is coming, the other problem, why can't I tilt that right? Oh, man. Hopefully my camera doesn't fall. It's going to be based off the One Piece Netflix series. You know? It's not going to be based off the show or the manga. And I hate that. It's not the same. We'll see. We'll see. I know it's like a cop-out because they could never get the licensing. I also wasn't aware that, like, One Piece was even... Like, correct me if I'm wrong, this is one of the first times we've gotten an anime collaboration in any sense of the word. Any kind of... I mean, Transformers, you could argue, is a Japanese intellectual property, but it's been owned by Hasbro forever. This is one of those things where it's like, we finally get something, and it's not like Gundam, or, you know, a franchise that would make sense, that they could have a ton of fun with. That's super popular. Like, it's hard to say what's more popular, One Piece or Gundam. They're both extremely popular, extremely lucrative. I just don't get it. Netflix x Warner Bros. X NERF presents One Piece blasters. Oh, right, that's a whole new thing, isn't it? Netflix being bought by Warner Bros. If Hasbro cared about PR, I'd love to see a dart-shooting Rhino Morpher. I mean, they did do a handful of Power Ranger things and then stopped. They could do a Last of Us, like, well, that's not really super smart, because it's obviously like, I wish they would do a Doom one. Well, that's never gonna work, because that's an M-rated series where you blow apart demons. Like, Fortnite is not. You know what I mean? The one blaster that's been, like, M-rated, I would say, is the Alien Blaster. Because, like, I think that's, like, the only one, because Destiny is rated T for teen, and that's even kind of pushing it. Overwatch was rated T for teen, not that you would know if you Googled it. I think every single thing has been like T, like, you know, young adults to very young, like, preteens. With, like, every other thing. People want Team Fortress 2, you couldn't. Even though I know kids play the crap out of that, that game is not meant for kids. Doom, like, that wouldn't work. Like, maybe, I don't know. There's so many, it's like, people want, like, Titanfall, stuff like that. They just, I don't think they could, you know? And then it's like, you're trying to sell... They want to sell those blasters on store shelves, and it's weird if you have, like, you know, Terminator or something like that, like we used to do back in the 90s, where we'd have, like, a subject that's obviously for adults, but sold as a toy line for kids. I don't think it would work the same way. Hasbro would, like, you imagine walking through a mall, or a toy store today, right? Like Walmart. And, you know, the standard, you know, middle-class mom sees Terminator or Call of Duty blasters or something on store shelves. I mean, they probably were upset about the Fortnite stuff. Like, oh, I don't want my kid playing Fortnite or Roblox. I'm never buying Nerf ever again. You're gonna run into the same thing with, like, anything else. So it's like, that's not really gonna happen. It just doesn't seem like a feasible thing. You have to think, like, it has to be some kind of, like, younger audience thing. Like, the One Piece Netflix series, I haven't watched it. I've seen clips of it. It looks okay. But it doesn't seem like it's overly, like, adult, but it doesn't seem like it's for kids either. It's hard to say. I think they should have done more with, like, selling stuff at, like, GameStop and online, though. Like, the more important things. Game tie-ins should be a shoo-in, but then Nerf also makes them garbage. Like, almost every single time. A 5-pack of 12 dart mags from Dart Zone is $8 right now. A 5-pack of 12 dart mags from Dart Zone? Like, online? That seems like a really good deal. All the weapons and blasters are real. That was the joke. I get it. But, I mean, you could say that a lot of things. It's not just you, and I wasn't trying to single you out. It's like, so many people are like, why don't they make Call of Duty? Why don't they make Battlefield? Why don't they make Team Fortress? It's like, because they can't really. Like, I don't know if any of the, like, the Nerf stuff online, the limited stuff, I don't know if any of those ever worked out for Hasbro. I really don't think they did. Would you ever do a video showing your full collection? That would be nearly impossible without, like, 15 people around. I have a video that I shot with Danny that I will try to get done soon. That he goes through the collection, pulls out 10 random blasters, and I get a minute to tell you everything I know about each one. Kind of ripping off Ashens with the 10 reviews in 10 minutes kind of thing. So, Junior is one of those things where it's like, I think it would have worked fine, because I've dealt with a lot of kids when it comes to foam flingers, and a lot of them, they don't understand magazines, and even doing like the front loading cylinders and stuff like that, they struggle with them. And we're talking like people who are probably 8 years old that could normally play with Nerf. So I think there's a lot with Junior. In fact, I remember my niece giving her the Explorer, and she took to that pretty quickly compared to other Nerf blasters. That, I could see the problem is that they were so expensive. They were like more expensive than standard Nerf blasters, and they were meant for like ages 6 and up. So your kid would use it for like a year. You think any of that is wild? Check out LJN's Enertech. I'm well aware of LJN's Enertech. I had an Enertech Uzi, I think it was, as a kid. I found it in the garage one day. My Christmas Nerf blaster wishlist, 2009 Crimson Strike long shot. It's Red Strike. It's Red Strike. Every single time I hear Crimson Strike, I hate it. I don't know who started that, but it's not. I literally have the boxes. It's Red Strike. Did you ever do that Bullpup Retaliator from like 6 years ago? I remember scrapping one. I have the original Jank Pup now. It was given to me by the Jank Master himself. I was a toy giveaway. Some kids grabbed 2 X-Shot Rage Fires without darts and chains, just the gun. Oh, I mean, they'd still have fun with that automobile. Nerf Robocop with Drock leg holes. That would be so rad. I need something like that for a Pew Pew. Do you think you'll mod the X-Shot Fury? I tried, Soul, and I couldn't really get that much more power out of it. I do have the kit printed out. I might have to reprint a lot of it. It's been a while. I don't even know if I have all the pieces for it. I did print out the hardballer kit. I was planning on doing a video on that. Have you handled the ZW Key S400 yet? Mine came in yesterday. I don't want to talk about it, Instrumental. I waited over a month for this blaster to show up. The blaster finally showed up. We're talking, I think it was in transit for 50-something days. I open it up. There are no internals. I have a shell. So yes, I have technically handled it. And I have been waiting for over a week since I got those internals. I finally got answers like, yes, there's another package coming. Cool. Where is it? Hasn't shown up. So I have the blaster shell. That's it. No barrel, no plunger tube, nothing. So I've handled it. It is glorious. I am so excited. And I've been so excited for like well over a week. Nothing's shown up. I was told even, I think a couple of days ago, I was like, it should be there before the weekend. It's not. And with what my day is going to be like tomorrow and the rest of everything, I don't know when I'll get around to reviewing it. I'm going to do my best. It should be a pretty easy review, but we'll see. Are you still going to do tag back? I want to. It's hard. The problem with doing tag backs is like, I've done most of the big blasters. The bigger blasters I haven't done videos on. I want to make them more special. And nobody watches them. And they do. I usually like to put a lot of effort into it because it's kind of evergreen content. I would almost sooner redo old tag backs than do newer ones. That being said, I probably will. Nothing's ever out of the question. Maybe I'll get into a mood and just do 30 tag backs back to back. You never know. I think I will. I want to kind of do some shorter videos. The problem is like YouTube punishes you so hard for putting out shorter videos. And it's really weird. Like I could put out a 9-minute long video that has a little bit of fluff in it. I'll admit that. And the average view duration would be like 5 minutes, which is great. And then I'll do like a 6-minute video that's so tightly edited and everything is perfect in my opinion. And the average view duration will be 2 minutes. And it's like, okay. And then that video does like no views and it's like, okay. So I really am not sure. I haven't done them in a while. I do like the garbage thing when I feel into it, the dumpster diving. That can be fun, but like the last 3 blasters I tried to do just weren't very fun. I have the AGM Mass Tech shell ejecting AEB and a couple of other things. I want to try to finish the shield blaster one, which I got because somebody mentioned it in Discord a long time ago. Hopefully I can get that done, but I also, like, if I've shot a video 4 months ago, the odds of me actually picking it up and finishing it are very low. We'll see. I'm really expecting it to be good instrumental. The S400 tastes amazing. Also sucks that mine was like just in a box. It wasn't in the styrofoam or anything like that. So like pulling it out, it's all mucked up because all the pieces were grinding against each other. I'm not super happy about how this is turning out, but would you run something that takes Dominator mags? Yeah, I got an FDL3 that'll take Dominator mags, so. I watch all the tag back and dumpster dive, but one view doesn't pay for a video. Honestly, all of my videos recently have done really very well. I'm not upset at all about how my videos have been doing. Could they do better? Of course, but I'm very happy where it's like, if you look at my videos, it's like everything's like 25, 30K plus. I'm very happy with that. Do not get me wrong. If every video would do that, that would be great. I've had some that struggled to break 15K. Those hurt. And it seems like the more effort I put into a video, the less good it does. We'll find out, because like I said, tomorrow's a big day for me, and after tomorrow I may just have to try to phone it in. I don't want to. I'm never going to be as bad as some other content creators that I think have really fallen out of grace and absolutely do not care about you nor the content they produce, but I will do my best. I think out of a lot of the content creators, I'm very capable of producing quick, dirty content that is still very watchable. I want to go the extra mile. That's why you see me do a lot of B-roll footage. But I've also found out that like my drop off is if I just sit here and talk to the camera forever, it seems like my attention rate is very high. If I cut to like a slow panning shot of the blaster, people click off. That's why I've tried to do in like the green screen cutouts of me and put me on the screen while I do those kinds of cuts. But like that's a lot of effort to do. Even if that's all automated, it takes a lot of time and effort to get like the green screen me on top of the thing with it panning. And it's like, you got to find that balance between good like content and stuff that is overproduced. And I don't want to do overproduction. I mean, I do everything on my own. But I watch like Danny film his entire channel on an iPhone and he gets insane views. So I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Just go build. I usually just go to your channel, put play mix and just go build Lego Plink and chill. I appreciate that. We need more lever action blasters. We do, Sandvilzab. We do. Darzon Max Dictator, only $10 at my Tolstoy. I thrifted one of those for $6 the other day. I'm very happy with that. I finally have a second one. I didn't have that experience. My white one had shipping damage from the finish and included a talent adapter. I do have that talent adapter as well. But I didn't get mine from a store. I got mine from ZWQ themselves, which is probably why it's been so bad. Like, holy crap. I did Lard. I am, it says, hey, Walcom, how you doing? This is like my last chance to kind of chill and mellow out. Tomorrow's going to be chaotic. We'll see what happens. Ghost Manta, Saturday night's a better when Walcom stream. I don't know how the streams are going to go after today. We'll see. I will do my best. Have you considered Tosafetons for dumpsters? I bought one of them before I even considered doing the dumpster diving thing. I'm going to wait on this Amazon card, my last one. Because I think I have like a $70 Amazon card left over. I may buy one of the Sofetons for it, but they're so kind of generic. They look cool and that's about it. Automobile edits. I've been wanting to ask, what was your first ever blaster, or the blaster that really got you in the whole hobby? Man. So my first blaster ever I remember was a Supermax 1500. And my cousin lost all the darts to it. So I had just the cool gun thing, which as a kid you go out and play cool gun things with other friends with other cool gun things. I don't think anytime we actually ever like played gun, right? I don't think we ever had projectiles. It was just all imagination. So the first I remember the resurgence was I was working at the pizza place and I'd stop by a store, the toy store. We finally got like a toy store, game store that opened up in our town, which was godsend because the only other thing you could go to get games was like the weird, you know, weed smelling game store like 40 minutes away, or the Walmart that's 50 minutes away, which I think might be the worst Walmart in the state, let alone the country. You did not want to go there. But I was going to that game store and they had Nerf blasters. They had like I remember looking at what was it? Everybody's gonna freak out on me. The Foldy guy. Oh my God, the Foldy N-Strike blaster. What is wrong with me today? They had the Foldy N-Strike blaster and a couple of Mavericks and stuff like that. And I ignored them. Hey, Solinus. And didn't really pay attention, but like I remember seeing the Jolt. And I was like, I was wondering how it worked. Like, was it like, I remember like seeing like my friends' little brothers with the Secret Strike AS1s. I was like, that's kind of neat, but like air power seems kind of stupid. But I remember seeing the Jolt and picking it up and being like, well, it was like $9. And this was because I live in a tourist trap. So it was like $9, but I bought one and they had already closed. And I remember like just opening up and loading a dart in it. And I was like, hey, I'm going to shoot you. And I fired the Jolt and it cleared the entire store. And we all just kind of sat there, like me, the other guy, and the worker there. And we just like, what? I was like, I looked at it. I'm like, this thing is the smallest blaster I've ever seen. And it fires harder than anything I've seen before it. And that kind of set me off. I remember going to Walmart after school, you know, after my classes one day, and seeing the Barricade. And it was a flywheel blaster, which I'd never seen before. And it's like battery operated Nerf semi-auto. And I picked one up, got home, put batteries in it. I had to go to the store in my town, the grocery store, to buy batteries because I forgot that I didn't have batteries. Got home, loaded it up, loaded the darts in, fired, you know, the 8 shots or whatever out of it, put it down, and immediately drove another hour back to Walmart to buy a second one. And the next night, I worked at the pizza place. Like, we're talking like it was like 10, 11 o'clock at night. I got back from a delivery, and I stuffed both of those barricades in my the pizza bag. I walked in, and I walked in, put money in everything, register everything like that. And then there was nobody in, like, nobody was doing anything. We were all kind of like chilling down. Everybody's like, you know, they'd make a pizza and we'd all sit down and eat it after, you know, the rush, you know, before we started closing. And I remember like, okay, there's nobody here. And I dropped the pizza bag, pulled both of those out, and just hosed down every single one of my coworkers with them, with the barricades. And that was like, that was the night where it's like, I wonder if I can make these do more. And I went online and I started looking to try to figure out exactly what could I do. The only modification I remember doing to barricades was removing the big faux barrel and like still having the inner barrel that you could set in there. And I affixed it with some blue tack, but like just removing the big old chunky front end. And the barricade was like, yeah, that was my first real taste beyond the Jolt. And after that, almost immediately I started collecting, like talking to people at, you know, college and stuff like that. We had HVZ, but they wouldn't allow us to use Nerf blasters. But I bought Mavericks. I bought a recon off someone, like a full recon. And right after that was when Elite started trickling out. And I got a Fire Strike. And that was mind-blowing. The Fire Strike was absolutely mind-blowing. I went back and got the Strong Arm. And that was the blaster. It's like, this is it. This is what I want the most of. Because the Strong Arm was like, you could just like roll it off your hip and just unload the entire cylinder before the first dart even hit the floor. And it was just it was all just full bore from there. I moved to Boise and was hunting everything, because there's like 3 Toys R Us's there and like multiple Walmarts and Targets, and grabbing everything I could find. And it just went out of control. I was buying lots off Craigslist. The first big lot I bought off Craigslist, or the second one, the lady was like, oh, my son's trying to build a gaming computer. I heard that story like 4 times. Trying to buy a gaming computer, wants to get rid of his Nerf stuff. And one of us was like, so are you going to Dart Wars? And I looked at her like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was like, oh, there's an arena down the street where you can take your Nerf guns to go play with other people in a big arena called Dart Wars. And I Googled it, and yeah, my life was changed forever. That's kind of what happened. So I was buying and collecting them, even though I had like no real modifications. I painted a couple of them. I made that tiny jolt. That was like one of the real first modifications I did. I did the jolt inside of the Fire Strike. So removed the light and everything and just put a jolt in there. It fits pretty good. A lot of fun. And then going thrifting and finding all the old stuff I didn't have. Learning about the true power of air-powered blasters and stuff like that. Like, it was a magical time. Derek Birch is super chatting $5. Do you think I should get a Moose 2 or a bunch of blasters from Walmart? I mean, the Moose 2 is awesome. The Moose 2 is very expensive compared to blasters from Walmart. And the Moose 2 is like something that's like, do you have a use for it? It's definitely a spectacle, but do you have a use for it, Derek? Because if you don't, a bunch of blasters from Walmart may be a better choice. Something to consider. Thank you very much for the $5, by the way. Any Stampede stories? The first Stampede I tried to mod with an Angel Breach and I failed. What do you think the worst Nerf blaster of all time is? Your favorite one. Nah, it's probably like the Slingshot. It's irredeemable garbage that's never worked. Even in the commercial, they had to superimpose everything. It just never worked. The Jolt is actually the reason why it's my favorite blaster. I love the Jolt. I think the Jolt was perfect. I hate all of the Jolt reshells mostly. The Clue ones are pretty good because they just looked better. And I think the Scavenger stock blaster is like the best it ever got. Everything else, like all the Elite or the Elite 2.0 and the Alpha Strike ones, they all added more stuff to the Jolt and just made it worse. See the Elephant Blaster from Colonel Wass? Yes, Hex, I have. I really want one. I'll never get one, but I really want one. How long do those events go? Is it still up and going? So it was, in my opinion, horribly mismanaged by a guy who really didn't understand anything. The first time I went there, what would go on is that he was like going to Walmart and buying darts, and like they'd throw out like $150, $200 a night. Because back in the day, that's like $50, $60. Darts were expensive. And of course they get stepped on and they get ruined. They really like Buzzbee stickies. And when Vortex was pretty hot. Vortex nights were like Saturday nights, and those were really fun because they do like glow lights and everything, and Vortex was like Tron. It was awesome. But like right off the bat, this guy, I don't know what his business plan was. It was not sound. And from what I know, the original like location, the flagship, was closed a long time ago. And I think he has like one or two, like he tried to open a bunch of them. I know there's one in Colorado and Boulder. I don't know if he still owns them. I don't know what's going on there. But like I like trying to help this guy, and I know that's like the worst thing ever. It's like when some random dude is like trying to, but it's like I was like showing him like Koosh darts. Like you could buy 1,000 of them off Amazon, or not Amazon. You could buy 1,000 of them off eBay for $40, and they're better than Nerf darts in every single way. And dude be like, oh yeah, this is awesome, I'm gonna get these, and then never did. And it's like, I even remember buying some and bringing them in, showing them to him, and he still wouldn't. They didn't chronograph blasters, so I went there with single Titans with like, 4-foot long PVC barrels shooting sticky darts. I'd chip paint off the concrete wall on the other side of the arena, but they had no limit. It was adult time, like they would have adult nights and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Fala, nice to see you, buddy. Welcome. I want you under my tree. That's not creepy at all. You have to fight my wife for it. Since all I said, if I forgot that was a mod here, how's it going, y'all? Welcome, Jolt King. Nice to see you. Darwin's a caller and Springs is the guy, and the guy Mega doesn't know HVZ. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Dart Wars. It kind of sucks because I think it had a ton of potential, but he's just completely did not like anybody even remotely chiming in. I want to see a Kunlun. That's a good blaster to find out of the tree. Like the Blink or the Springer Blink blasters? Siren? Those are pretty good. I think if you can find them for cheap, they're definitely worth picking up. I wouldn't pick them up for like the full prices. Alien 87 has tipped $5. Hey, Walcom, have you used any of the Enforce melee weapons? If so, which one is your favorite? Well, I'll tell you straight off the bat. The axes are super cool. The problem with the axes are they would bend at the handle because the head was too heavy. So after a while, you just have a floppy axe that didn't do anything. The Marauder was kind of the coolest one. But you'll notice if you're around a lot of the Marauders, the Enforce Marauders, is that they're all, the tips snap off. And I've had multiple times where it's like, I've kind of like flicked the tip off the Marauder at somebody. Like they just break. So those were one of the coolest things Nerf has ever made. And unfortunately, they just weren't up to snuff. The Vantage sword, or the, is it Vantage? I think it is. The short sword. Those are cool. I don't think anybody's really had a problem with them except for the foam. The foam on the Marauder is so much better than the foam on the little Enforce sword. And that sucks, because if they were like the same material, it would have been perfect. The Stonewall shield and dagger, I don't know whatever happened to my Stonewall shields. I had like 3 of them. I have 1 dagger left. The same dagger I used at Dart Wars. I don't know what happened to my shields, but those were pretty cool. They're just way too expensive. I don't really have a whole lot of experience with the mace. I do have a mace, I'm pretty sure. And then, of course, all the ones from, like, the stuff that came out with, like, Zombie Strike, which were all, like, kind of like the Enforce Vantage swords. There's a new... yeah, I've heard good things about it, Jolt. I was just talking about that earlier. Last I checked, Siren Blink was $20 on eTarget's eBay page. I mean, if you want to talk crap about a Blink, but you won't buy a $20 Blink, something's wrong with you. I can check eBay real quick. Why can't I... New? Dude, what's going on? I can't open a new tab? Why can't I not open a new tab? What is wrong with... What? Okay. I can't open a new tab in Chrome for some reason. There's that Liger Zero Soul Chogekin. I'm gonna check the price on that. I can't even check the price on that. It won't open up. Hold on, I think I have a thing on. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, it opens up a new tab, that's why. $341. I want you so badly, I will never be able to afford you. Ah, someday. Siren Blink. Is that the same one I'm looking at? Nope, that's somebody else's. I don't know if the Target... Oh, there is a $20 one. That's just pre-owned. Pre-owned, but on the Target website for $20, 1954, or best offer. It says used. I don't know why it's used. How does that work? Store return? I mean, even then, it's like that's such a good deal. Yeah, they've crawled back up. They seem to be going. I don't know if people bought them or are trying to resell them, but a lot of them seem to be 30, 40, 50. That's a bit much. MPP is also $30 on the Bullseye deals. Yeah, I mean, would I take a motorized piston pump over a Blink? Yeah. Yeah, probably. Better full auto from the Blink, though. Could you help me with the Brawn Tusk? It needs to be ready for Christmas. I don't know. Help you with what? I have almost no time free to do anything, so I hope we can fix it within a conversation on a stream, because... I just want for my MPV to get back to 160 FPS since it got to 130 for no reason. Could be a seal issue. Are you using the same darts or using fresh darts? If you're just reusing darts, you're going to lose velocity. What's my favorite half-dart blaster? Dude, it's hard because there's so many really good ones. I'm still really partial to my Awaken. The MPPs are gone. Oh, man. Most time-consuming build? Well, it's obviously the Moab. Not counting, like, custom blasters I've built where I can sand for the entire period it took me to build the Moab. But in terms of just, like, finished blasters, the Moab took me a while. I sat here for hours watching MXC and just building the links, because you got to remove the support off all of these things. And even with, like, the PLA support material, which I had, which is actually... Are we not gonna... Come on. Oh, you're really not gonna try. This white stuff you see on all of my links is actually leftover support material. And that looked easy, but it's actually a pain. That took longer than building the entire Moab. Right you are, Ken, yes. Get it on! I actually have a bunch of clips of the get it on. I'm gonna start sprinkling into videos. The breech is broken? How did... If you broke the breech, you kind of screwed the blaster. I mean, it's 3D printed, so... I mean, that sounds like a huge issue. You'd probably have to take pictures of it and talk to the person who sold it to you and try to get replacement parts. And who knows how long that'll take. Hey, Fire Mango. Hey, Jesse. What do you think is the best Springer bolt boat today? Ask me that after I get the internals to my S400. The Unicorn Tactical, haven't opened it yet. Any thoughts? I don't have it. I have the original Unicorn. I like the original Unicorn. I don't have the tactical version, but I also feel like the tactical version may be like a complete waste of time. You're not bothering HWJ. It's just like you broke the breech. The only thing I can think of is that like you need to super glue and use just enough of it and don't have too much on the sides or anything like that. But super glue works really good for PLA parts. And if you broke it and you don't think it can be super glued, then you need to take pictures and send it to the person you bought it from. The problem with that is they're most likely going to have to get the parts from the actual... I don't know how exactly it's like... Does M416 Gel Blaster or whatever, do they actually print their blasters? Or do they get the printed blasters from, you know... Man, I know the guy who made the Brawn Tusk, but... Yeah, I cannot put a shell in. I can't make any promises. My suggestion is join the Discord. You can take pictures, video, do your best, show what's going on. Tag me once, don't tag me a lot of times, in like the NERF help, mod help, and I can take a look at it. I can try to cross-reference it, but you'll understand very soon why I say that, like, tomorrow my everything's changes and it's going to be difficult for me to be, like, what time I have left is going to be to make videos. I'm just happy that, like, I won't be driving to Tacoma and Olympia and Puyallup every other day. Ugh. Small Soldier Supertech 9000 with a broken barrel. What should I do with it? Sell it. Don't even F with it. Sell it for parts. How broken is it, silly? I might actually... I can't afford it. It's like I would buy a broken one just to have it because I don't have one. Merry Christmas, Subwoofer Nerfer. Will the Diana be better than the Zeke 2.0 in a Nerf loadout? The Zeke 2.0 is a pistol primary. The Diana is a sidearm. That could also work as a primary, don't get me wrong. I don't have a Zeke 2.0. I have, like, a Zent. What is that? I'm gonna go grab it real quick. Oh, my legs feel like lead. Where is it? Oh, it's on the wall. So, there's not a war out there that would let me use this thing. This is the ZNC, I believe it's called. It's maybe it's not even the smallest version, but it's a super compact, right? And this thing hits like 200 something FPS. Legit. It is ridiculous how powerful and compact it is. And it's, quite frankly, like, there's few blasters that make you feel like this one does. Oh, it's been a while. But it is, this has been replaced by the Elk, which I don't have a single version of the Elk. But this is a pistol primary. This is not a sidearm. You can't really draw on like one-handed, like you're holding your primary and draw this thing and rattle off shots with it and put it back. But you can swap to it. So it could be a secondary if you want to, like, for whatever reason, you want to conserve ammunition. You want to, you know, not have a big long barrel, something quick and snappy to use. Or if your primary isn't like a performance blaster, maybe your primary is like a boom nitron or something like that, doesn't have distance and range. Carrying something like this on you is very beneficial because this will get you range and power. God, I love this thing. Moose. Oh, it's the best. I love this blaster. This is similar to a Zing 2.0. So they are different things. The Zing 2.0 is like a secondary / primary pistol, while I wouldn't call like a Diana a secondary. It's a sidearm. The old timers say hi. Hey, old timers. Nice to see you, Daryl. Thanks for coming out. Would you be excited for the Nexus Pro X2, or do you think it's too soon? If they do significant upgrades, I would want bearings on the Prime. Oh my God, that's the thing about the S400 I'm so stoked about. The S400 has tracks in the front of it, and they have big old Delrin bearings. Delrin bearings. And it glides so smooth. That's without any grease or anything. Oh my God. Oh. I'm also hoping to get a 3D printer so I can send you parts and can help you. You don't have to send me parts. I have plenty of 3D printers, mech. Dude just asked if you can give him a Diana. I don't even have a Diana. I have Lightnings, but they're $200 a piece, unless you use code S7. Do you have the action experience? I do. I wanted to do a video on it, and I still might try. It's kind of a hard thing to get a whole video out on, but I do have one. That was sent to me by, I think, the Irish Absol or something. You so love the S400. Set mine across the room to look at it all night. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. It's something that is like, it apparently will hit 350 FPS and do it with a very light, smooth prime. I'm super duper turbo excited for it, to be perfectly honest. I'm mad that I've had to sit here with the shell and not to do anything. Like, you could ask the wife. It's like, the entire time it's been like, I've been checking every day, multiple times a day, looking for this package to show up. That would be the only thing I could do, Classic. And there is some lore, we did cover it. But it's such a basic blaster. I have one of the action experience blasters. The only bad thing I can say is it has no O-ring. I had no idea it doesn't. Like in the plunger tube? Like the N series, or the N Strike, the Alpha Strike blasters? Finally imported a UV Venom Pro into Canada. I know it's kind of old, but I'm excited. Hey, no, it's silly. That's great. Go for it. I mean, I want one. I just don't want to pay the premium the UV one takes. But I guess they've all been on sale recently, so. Oh, I didn't know that, Jolt. That sucks. I would, for a video, I'd have to open it up and take a look at it. The outside plastic feels like old school Nerf, which is why I like it. Seems wild to me that a blaster like that wouldn't have an O-ring when it's meant to be used. Is there something going on there we don't know about? Because it's supposed to be used in like a family fun center, right? Like, you would expect those blasters, unless they're giving... Are they actually giving one to everybody who goes there? Is that what's supposed to happen? Or are they like, they take them, they wipe them off and everything like that, they throw away the broken ones, and people reuse them? I don't know, because none of the places ever seem to have opened up. They are reused. So you're not supposed to have the action experience blaster outside the action experience. The only reason we do is because they were like put on like sent to ollies and stuff like that. Interesting. Very interesting. The Nexus X2 being $35 is nuts. I didn't know that was on sale. That's also a good one. I like the Striker 2.0 more, but that's still pretty good, Vesic. I'll send you mine if you best me in fisticuffs. What are you sending? Oh, well, I mean, the only problem with that is it's like, man, if I get messed up, like, I have to put my face on camera. And if I mess you up, then I'm gonna feel bad about that for the rest of my life. This doesn't work. So there's an issue with the gearbox? The gearbox with MPP. Okay, as I said, I checked everything on it. Seal is perfect, all O-rings in place. Spring is not weakened due to compression over time. The box of darts are pretty much brand new. I mean, I would use brand new darts, and I would just, if the seal is perfect, like, you should be able to put your thumb over the barrel and deprime it, and it should be able to hold the air. The only thing I can think of is darts, or your chronograph is wrong. They either did that or destroyed their inventory like what Chuck E. Cheese did with their old artwork and animatronics during the 2.0 remodel. Dude, so in Tacoma, if you drove past I-5 in Tacoma, going south or north, doesn't matter. But mostly it's on the south. If you're going south, it's on the right-hand side. There was a Chuck E. Cheese forever. My entire life, there's been a Chuck E. Cheese off of I-5 in Tacoma, right near exit 132. And they used to have a giant statue of Charles E. Entertainment, what the frick his name is. Cheese Rat, Pizza Rat. And when they did the remodel, they sealed off the back, because it used to be like he's standing in a big, huge glass thing, and you could see inside. I'm almost positive that's how it worked. They just took out the statue and put in a picture of him. Like a little circular, it's so dumb. Like, talk about fumbling generational coolness. Also, I wonder what happened in that. I wonder what happened to that statue. Entertainment is the middle name. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to a Chuck E. Cheese's in my life. I don't think I have. There's one in Silverdale, but it's in like a small building. I don't think it'd be that fun. Still loving that Vector Pro? Yeah, I've used it recently. I think it's one of the best blasters we got this year. I will try to do, I need to do it before the end of the year, but I will try to do my top 5 best. I don't know if I'll do a top 5 worst. Top 5 worst is like, it's all Nerf stuff. Top 5 best for me this year is like motorized piston pump, the Vector, the Volcanic, the Boxer. I'm sure there's something else in there I'm missing. If I wanted to be charitable to Nerf, oh, the Fury X. I keep forgetting that was even a 2025 blaster. If I want to be charitable to Nerf, I still think the Galactic Commander is great. I think they're like $25 right now. Like, that's fine. That's a really good price for a blaster like that. You guys got to keep in mind that, like, not every single blaster can hit 200 FPS, because, like, what will the 8-year-olds play with? Hey, Babe Rose. What's the best primary flywheel blaster? I don't think there is a best, because there's a lot of really good ones. Vector is up there, as is the Boxer Pro, and those both came out recently. Ugh. Adventure Force Nexus Pro or Boxer Pro? Different blasters for different uses. Like, the Nexus Pro X is going to be your standard. I'm assuming you're saying Pro X and not Pro. Is going to be your standard Jack of all trades, master of none. Boxer Pro is going to be less powerful, less accurate, faster fire rate, and you'll have to deal with belts, which is both a blessing and a curse. The Fury X has been in the top 5 based on accessibility at the pro level of this hobby. It's true, Instrumental, but it's also like, that was a big deal when it came out. Then the price rose to like $20. And it's been like, eh. Homely, are you still here? I sent you a message, I think, on Facebook like weeks ago. Now I'm worried. Let's see if I can even... The thing at Sam's Club, the pack with the 2... I couldn't buy it online because I didn't have a Sam's Club membership. But it was like $50 on their website. Did you get my message about that? I must have just imagined that I sent you the message. Who the hell did I send that message to? Okay. Well, I wonder if it's still on sale. Who the hell did I send that message to? Oh my God. I know I asked, I thought it was you. I was like, hey, do you have a Sam's Club membership? Because I was going to ask you if it would be possible for me to give you like $50-something for you to order one and send it to my house. Because it could ship, apparently. I just don't have a Sam's Club membership, and I really want that set. Now it's probably too late. I believe it was Tag who sent me that whole set, like on Sam's Club. And I was like, oh, it's on sale. There it is. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to be woefully disappointed. Oh, it's even cheaper. I'm sending it to you right now. I'm sending it to you right now, my boy. What? Is it control? Dude, if I press control, it starts playing music through Streamlabs. That's freaking wild and stupid. So, control V. Hit control again to stop the music. Send it to Homely. That thing. Sorry, Homely. Yeah, that one. I can't order it because it needs me to have a Sam's Club membership. I got mail? Where? Like, email? Getting a Nerf Shark 92. I still don't have one of those, Subwoofer. Do you have the Buzzbee Hunter? I don't know. Starting a pro-themed Nerf channel, any advice? I want to try to revive the hobby in my country since the last 2 biggest creators left. What country are you in? Here's a thing I think nearly every single content creator can benefit from. Maybe I'm weird, but I can watch other YouTube channels and I can see how they do things and I can make that like my baseline. Like I can watch videos and kind of figure out how they did some things. There's some things I don't know how to do, obviously. I was watching like one of Illinux's videos and he had like an outline go around the thing and I was like, wow, that's really cool. I don't know how you do that. That looked like it was hard. But yeah, it's like, you got to make sure that like if you put out a video and it is horribly sounding and looks awful, it's like, you can do what you want to do, but the problem is you have to try to figure out a baseline. Your phone is, if it's a flagship smartphone from the last 3 or 4 years, you're fine. You can pick up like a Galaxy S21 for probably like $150. And it's got a fine camera on it. You take one of these, you can buy, oh my God. I don't know if they're still on sale. Let me actually look on Amazon. The DJI Mic Mini that I use in my videos now, and I use it because I used this, which is God tier mic. It's like $350 mic. This is awesome. The problem is, if I'm not directly at the mic, if I turn away like that, since it's a shotgun mic, it gets quiet. The audio is inconsistent. So I started using. Where the hell is it? I have 2 of them. Where are they? Oh God, where did it go? The DJI Mic Minis, and the first ones I bought, I think, were like $50. I bought a second one for, yeah, you could buy a DJI Mic Mini right now for $25. I'm not sure if that will work on your phone. I think it will. You have to Google it. But a DJI Mic Mini for 25 bucks comes with the charger. It doesn't come with the unit. If you want that, it's going to cost you another like 25 bucks. But the transmitter, I think, will Bluetooth to a phone without using the dock. Like, so for another instance, I have the Insta360 one here. So this goes into your phone, and what the hell did I, oh, here it is. This is the mic. It's very similar to the DJI mic. I don't know why my camera is refusing to focus. Let me see. There we go. So this is a microphone. I've used it. It sounds great. But I think you could also just Bluetooth this to your phone. My point is, Google it, because I think the DJI Mic Mini for 25 bucks can just Bluetooth to your phone, and you can put your phone, if you're worried about lighting, go buy a lamp from Goodwill for $5 and put a piece of A4 paper over it, white A4 paper, to soften it. And it's like, there you go. Like, you can play with that kind of settings, but it's like, that's how you start a channel. And unfortunately, like, you have to be kind of special or lucky to do a channel with, like, not caring about your video quality. Honestly, video quality is not that important. I'll say that straight up. What matters the most is lighting and audio. And the DJI Mic Mini is perfectly fine, and for 25 bucks, you can't do better. And I think the DJI Mic Mini will Bluetooth to a phone. I don't think you need to have the transmitter or the receiver. But if you had to get the receiver, even that, it's like, it's $45 right now. And that's just like, you plug it into your phone. That's it. Like, yeah. Ugh. After I shot a real gun, Nerf was never the same. I don't know what to tell you. I own multiple firearms. What happened to the project you hinted at with all the piston pumps? I will finish it. I promise. I just have to redo what I did on stream 5 more times. What blaster tech do you expect to come out in 2026? I'm expecting to see a lot more bearings on primes. Like, smoothing out the prime. I wonder what Worker has planned. I don't know. They have that, like, Taishan coming out that I'll never get. Should I get a Vector or a Venom Pro or M-Shot? I mean, those are all completely different things, Iris. Kind of depends on what you're looking for. Venom Pro is a sidearm. Vector is a primary or secondary. It can be used as both. It's compact and cute. And MP is it's a primary. Do you recommend the Ultra Pharaoh, and can you modify the breech to take regular darts? Worker sold a kit for the Pharaoh to convert it to short darts. I have it installed in my Pharaoh, and it makes it an incredibly light prime, like pinky prime, 240 FPS blaster. Super cool. If you could still find that kit, yeah, I could recommend it. But the problem with the Ultra Pharaohs, I think even used right now, they're like 70, 80 bucks. Might be better to just sell one. If you sound like you're talking through a cheese grater, they will leave instantly. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Like, I think this sounds fine, what I'm using right now. It's obviously not the same mic I had been using. I honestly think this sounds better. This is the one that, like, either I bought it or, like, I recommended it to the wife. This is the one that Charlie uses. It's just an Audio-Technica, like, 2020. And it, like, I love Audio-Technica, and this thing sounds amazing. It's perfect. Maybe it doesn't sound good to an audiophile. I don't know. I'm not very good at audio mixing. I don't know the first thing about audio stuff. But I think this sounds great. Other streams I've used, I don't understand where. Oh, it's hanging off the edge of the table. Here's my mic. So this is a microphone. It is tiny. There are dead cats you could put on here, but yeah, it just charges the. I can't show it. It just, this is the charger, and just fits in there like that. And then I bought the transmitter receiver since I didn't need 2 mics. And then the thing I was doing is, like, when I use the Osmo 3, I'd have to, like, unsync the mic from my main camera and plug it in or sync it to this one. And I got tired of doing that. So when they're like 25 bucks online, I just bought another one. So now I have a dedicated one for this camera and a dedicated one for my main setup. And then I got sent this, and I also got the mic sent with it, and it sounds great as far as I can tell. So I've been using this as well. I've used it in a video already. I'm just trying to figure things out. A lot of people click off during my firing segments, and I don't. I'm trying so many different things to try to get people to stay. Yeah, we need blasters to be nicer, not more velocity. I agree. It's like we've already 200 with no modifications out of the box. Perfect. Having a little bit of room for modification is great, and I think Dart Zone's doing a really good job of that. From here, we just need to have blasters that are way nicer to use. I love that with Springers when we reach a point where innovation is just tuning form factor efficiency, but all the high-powered stuff is still competitive years later. This is true. I think there's definitely room for things to grow when it comes to like plunger size and power. Hold on here. But it's also, you know, like, yeah, we hit hard enough. Hell yeah. I will send you, give me like your PayPal or something. I'll send you give me the total. I'll send it to you. Thank you so much, Homely. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't want you to have to worry about buying one and shipping it because I know that was going to be an actual nightmare. But yeah, God, I'm so happy. Thank you, Homely. Thank you so much. I will never open it. I promise you that. More you eat blasters like the Broadcast Martini. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to find that kind of stuff in like off-the-shelf thing. I mean, that video popped off. People obviously want that. And I don't think I worked particularly hard on that video. I've become more worried about the nod taking over footage compared to talking in front of the camera. You can do, a lot of people do just ADR, entire videos on ADR. There are also channels I follow, like, I like Anvil. Mark Novak, I think. He does, like, very basic monkey camera work, but he's a gunsmith, so it works out fine. It's just him talking and working on stuff, and I really like his videos. We need double stack mags. Moose has a thing for that coming out. Whether it's good or not, I don't know, but... Do you recommend any of the Nerf loadout blasters? Green Machine, I think the Galactic Commander is fine, especially if you can buy it from Target for 25 bucks like it is right now. That's what I recommend. If you're even remotely interested, 25 bucks for a select fire, you know, Nerf blaster with 2 mags and like 50 darts. That's fine. Like, you can't complain about that. I don't know about any of the other ones. I know the Shadow Speed Recon and stuff are garbage. So, he never gonna answer the DZ link. Dude, I have to talk to all these people. I'm gonna miss a couple like that. What is the Dart Zone link? I'm pretty sure I saved it. Let me see if I can... There's no picture or anything. I just said, I pretty much said it. It's like there is a Dart Zone flywheeler. There's 2 of them. But here's the first one. So it is the Adventure Force Tactical Strike Axis Switch Pro Ultimate Flywheel Half-Length Dart Blaster. That's all we have. We just know that exists. So that's a thing. Who knows when it will come out? We have no clue. But that is a blaster. And then we have whatever the hell this is. We have the Nexus Pro X2. Right. Up to 200 feet. Yeah. So we don't know what this is, but this is apparently also a thing that's coming. We don't know. It could change everything, but there are 2 blasters leaked so far. Another unfortunately named blaster. Axis, like World War II enemies, or is that what we're talking about? I don't know. If there's a not a euphemism, but whatever there, I didn't see it very quickly. My videos have moved away from reviews like other blasters. I think reviews are like the most important thing, like in my opinion. I think they're important to get done. Like if you can't get them out quickly, then I would just do them and not expect much. But it's like having content that's good. Like it may not, like if I put out a video that I know is good and it doesn't get a lot of views, at least I know it wasn't really the video's fault. You know what I mean? I just hope they incorporate a beat car into all their flywheelers going forward. That too, yeah, silly. I'm really hoping that happens. Is that different than the Costco pack? Sorry, I'm jumping up and down the stuff. The Costco pack was just 2 Fury X's. and then a crap ton of darts. I have the Costco pack right over there. It's an amazing pack. If you could find it, mine got rid of them a while ago, unfortunately. Starting off sucks, General. So I can also say this, is like if you're doing like new YouTube thing, just do what you feel like doing. You know what I mean? Like, keep trying to do better things, keep trying to do different things, find out what sticks, what doesn't. It's unfortunate that like everybody in this community in the creator space just does shorts, because why actually do long form content when you can just upload 40 1-minute long videos like a slot machine, and one may do good when the others don't. I hate that it's like almost every content creator in our space just does shorts. That's all they do. It's kind of disappointing. So maybe that's the way going forward, because that's all kids watch, and it's hard to ignore the fact that like most kids or young adults are horribly into shorts. I like longer form content. I love it when my favorite YouTuber uploads a hour long video. It's the highlight of my night. I love it. Shorts, like, I don't think, the funniest part about it is I don't think there's a single content creator I watch that does both long form and shorts that I watch both things. Like, there are channels I watch for shorts, but I also don't think there's a single channel that I'm subscribed to for shorts. Shorts are just a thing. There's like, I couldn't necessarily point out like a content creator I'm fond of. Maybe the cooking guy that also does old cars. He's pretty cool. But like most of the time it's like, yeah, long form is kind of what I like. I don't have cable or anything like that. I'm just going to watch YouTube videos that are so long. That's true. Passion is like, people can feel passion. People can sniff passion. It's important. See the new Brandon Herrera? I haven't watched his videos in a while, to be perfectly honest. Not for any particular reason. I make shorts because my school takes way too much time. That's fair, I suppose. And, I mean, hey, if it works for you, it works for you. If you're getting, you know, millions of views and stuff like that, what do I know? I obviously, I have a deal with Facebook where they're going to pay me to upload 20 shorts or reels or whatever it is. Like, I'll do that, and I'll do whatever I can with them, but I'm obviously not very good at shorts. Or at least I don't think I'm very good. I uploaded one video to that just to test out the software, and it literally got 35,000 views in 2 minutes. And it was like, I don't even feel like I earned that. It wasn't even a good video. And the comments were like, brush your teeth. Cool. Thanks. Well, if all goes worse, here's hoping that Adventure Force Villainator. Yes! The Villainator shall never leave store shelves. The Villainator should just be the constant that keeps the universe tied together. Stunt Pilot got a Volcanic Pro? Heck yeah. See, that's the thing, right? I love my Volcanic Pro. But I already have stuff like this. So it's like when I really like the Volcanic Pro, when I already have something like this that's basically the same thing. It's like, man, that's how you know the Volcanic Pro is actually like super special awesome. How many one-of-a-kind XLSs did you get again? I've got one that I need to do. Oh, it's so freaking hard, dude. I've got one I need to do a charity giveaway on, which I've been meaning to do. It feels like the longer I wait to do it, the better it would be, because the blaster's rarer and rarer. I think I have 3 left. I have one back there, I have one back there. Mine is over there, and then I have one in box waiting for a giveaway. No, I have 2. I have one for a giveaway, one for an auction, and I don't know when I'll get around to doing that. I was just gonna do it through eBay. That way it's super easy. None of it ever touches my hands. It can go straight to like St. Jude's or something. And I was gonna try to do a giveaway, but I don't know. This has been a rough year for me, so I've kind of like shied away from it a bit. Imagine only having 6 videos waiting for you to get back to them. Still can't get one in Canada. I needed a Villainaire. I can't believe they never brought that to Canada. It's one of the best blasters. Is it the best gift for kids? It must be the best gift for kids. Oh, I don't know. My CapCut is just full of so much crap. I was actually going to try to clear some space off my hard drive. Because I have like 4 terabytes of footage that is like, I don't know if I'll ever get around. I still have content from like 2018 that I haven't finished. It's rough. Like, I get pretty discouraged pretty quick with videos. That's why you don't, it's like, oh, Walcom's not doing anything. It's like, no, trust me, man. Like 1 out of every 10 videos hits the channel. It sucks. It's like I said, I don't think I ever did a video on this, even though I love it. I think like right after I got this thing. What the heck, DOS Fox? And you did that through the tipping thing too, you absolute mad legend. Holy crap, DOS Fox. What can I do to earn that 50 bucks? Holy, thank you so much. And you didn't do it as a super chat either. You did it the right way. Sound off in the comments. You have no idea how much that's going to help. You have no clue. I know I'm being vague and because I have to be. Some of you probably figured it out. If you have, don't say anything. But yeah, tomorrow's a pretty big day for me. A huge day. Assuming everything goes planned. And I don't know what things are going to look like after that. I'm not doing the truffle shuffle. That's like $1,000. They'll get me banned off YouTube. Keep making videos? All right. I will do my absolute best to keep things going. It sucks too, because like December is such a good month for YouTube ad revenue, but it's like we went to town 4 times this week. And it's like, that's an all-day ordeal. What are your best short-length darts? I actually did kind of a video where I went through a bunch of different ones. 1 second. Stun Pylon Super Chat at $5. If you pull the Volcanic Rose trigger repeatedly without prime, you can jiggle and slide back and forth like the Warden. I didn't know that. Thank you very much for the $5 in the tip. I mean, I can probably put that up on screen because it was just me trying to record stuff for a video that I don't think I'm ever going to actually use. Is there a media box? Because I think it's on my desktop. 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. Because I was trying to test. So, does that work? Hey,
just for fun, this is...
I don't know how well you guys can hear. I can't hear it at all. I can see an audio thing. I'm going to cover the chat for a little bit. But this was me testing out basically just how FPV stuff would look. So for this one, I didn't have the camera on me. I had it static. And I'm trying to figure out if like static worked better than me having it on my head. Again, I'm not sure if you guys can hear this. Is it okay? I don't think it's very engaging content, but I filmed it anyway. This was filmed with the Insta360. And I was trying to basically just get a perfect score. That was my goal. And I think I tried every type of dart, including like the heavier saber T darts. And it didn't really work out. I tried, but this got a better accuracy, is it accuracy or precision? This was more precise than the Awaken 2.0. It's kind of quiet. I mean, I can turn it up. Like I can see, it's hard to tell. I think this could do it. Hopefully that's not too bad. Do you ever think you'll do a video trying to break the limits of Nerf? I mean, I put a foam dart into a watermelon. What more do you... I blew apart a White Claw with a... What more do you want? I'm sure it's coming. Piotr,
This thing hits
I'm
softer
sure we're going to get a lever action
the
or a
other
bolt
blaster
action.
too.
Maybe both. I want to see X-Shot do the lever action. I think they could. They have like a kid's like role play revolver coming out, so I'm hoping that they're like exploring the idea of doing dart blasters like
99.
that. Nobody's doing like a Wild West setup.
I think this could do it.
Hi chat, just
I
came.
absolutely think
don't think you need to announce that
This
to
has got
everyone.
what it
Aaron.
takes. One more run.
Do you have anything from Nerf Hydra? I don't think so. But anyway, like that was the videos. Like I'm just testing like pretty much every dart type, trying to see if I could get
We're going
you know, a
for
perfect
pure
score, which would be I think an
perfection
absolute
here.
perfect score would be 110, because if you hit the dead center of the target, you get 11. But if you hit just the yellow
Dead
area
on.
in the center, you get 10. And outside of that, it's 9, and then it goes down from there. I was trying to see if I could, like, I film a lot of stuff, guys. Just trying to see if I could do that. I tested, I think, every type of dart. I couldn't really tell you which ones were the best. The ones I like the most are the, like, dragon tip
screw up
darts.
now.
The ones that
They're
are,
not
like, the 3 ridges.
Literally pixel perfect.
But, like, those have been the best for me. I'm not super sold on the Saber T darts yet. I think the
But
bamboo
I am
darts
on
are the
a
way to go.
generational run. Can't wait to choke.
Working for one of the dart blaster toy companies. I don't have any credentials for that,
might
other than
be
being
it.
a nerd. I don't think they'd ever hire me for anything like that. If they would have already done it. If you blow a hole through a wall, man, you should put a hole in drywall.
I think that one was the dart. I really do.
Danny did.
It's okay. We
But-
got enough.
Yeah, there is a
11s to
dart sitting in the
compensate for it.
drywall now.
Come on, that
My
one
bazooka
went
has a
low.
bad seal. Oh, God, I have no idea where to
You
even start
tired,
with a
buddy? Have I
bazooka.
used you too much?
What's your opinion on pivoting versus sliding triggers? I prefer pivoting, but it is what it is.
What's going on?
But I
You were
do
doing
absolutely. So, like,
flawless.
is this a pivoting or a sliding trigger? Well, unfortunately, it's a sliding
Nope,
trigger.
I have to hit it 11.
I prefer pivoting just because you can get the leverage and it's a lot more tactile. I feel like all of these triggers are always going to be a little squishy and a little awkward.
that dart.
There are firearms that have the same kind of triggers, though.
Oh, that's so
I prefer
frustrating. Oh, what happened? What actually
A dart zone or
happened?
lever X-Shot lever action would be awesome. I still have a Nerf Sling
turn
Fire.
that all
Actually,
the way
I mean, I
up.
hope X-Shot does it, but I also kind of hope Dart Zone does it with the
One more.
Conquest.
I refuse to
The
give
fact that
up.
we don't have a lever action Conquest is a shame. Did you see Mac Danny
You
dry
can
fire
do
the
it.
Moose 2 you
I
gave him?
know
No,
you
I
can.
didn't. Did he break it? You better not have broke it.
Perfect.
He better not have broke it. I'll let him take a bunch of stuff. He better not have just broke it.
Little
boy.
bit to the left,
I have not seen that.
but still pretty perfect.
Freaking Danny. Freaking Danny.
9? Is it
Let's go ahead and
slightly
hit him
too
up on
high up?
Instagram right now.
So we're dead even now. I guess a perfect score would be what, 110?
Moose 2 dry fire in it, did you?
Well, now I need my next shot to
Do
be
you have the
an
Nerf
11.
body wash? I think I do. I have like the Nerf bath. I was going to do a video on it because it would be funny.
That one, I don't even know what happened there.
String blasters can be fun. They're generally pretty weak, but they can be fun. So
What's weird is that you can
see the static
feel
POV, right?
the recoil.
I want your guys' actual opinions because my
blaster
Discord was
does
completely
have
unhelpful.
a little
We
bit
have
of
the
jolt.
static POV, or, and this will be a lot harder to get right, but it might be worth it. We have
The dream is
Son of
dead.
a Dickelson. Where are you? Dude, where are my videos?
That one was dead center. That's the most accurate blaster I
What?
own too.
Is that the wrong...
so much fun, but maybe it's the darts.
Where is it?
It's hard to tell.
Why? Oh,
it
there
really is. They have to be super consistent, even
why are
brand
both
new. And
those
that's
the same?
just not really a thing. Match grade ammo almost doesn't exist in foam flinging because of the
I
inherent
could've
it's
sworn those
foam.
are two
They're
different
kind of
videos.
meant to not be super perfect.
I'm sorry.
They just need to
something
make a
stupid
seal.
is going on. I don't know if my... if it's just showing me two of the same. Why is it? That's so wacky. Because it has the same thumbnail and they should be different videos. What is going on here? I gotta look. I gotta see what's going on. Sort by item type. Yeah, they're the same video. What happened there? Okay, apparently I don't have the other one. I'll just download it off YouTube or Discord. Screw it. Okay. Sorry, I'm really... This is so weird. So this was me doing it with the camera on my head. And so for the perfect way of doing this, you would have like a chin mount, but I have it on a baseball cap with the camera in front of my face. So I actually had it like this, essentially. And I don't know if that's like too much movement, not enough, compared to... I'm trying to figure out like if this is more engaging. The static POV. I will have a close-up of the target because I can record the feed. That's funny is that like if I have the camera perfectly centered, people are like, oh, your range isn't far enough away. It's like it's 22 feet. He says he still needs to test it to make sure he didn't break it. The Nautilus does look really good, Silly Trouts. So, I'm trying to figure out if it's worth having it on my head or if it's worth having it just static. Because, like, I can try to put it to where the camera is flat, like over my left eye or something. Because it's really hard to get it right. It's kind of annoying, because if I have the camera too high up, then it looks weird as well. It's so annoying. But for, like, gameplay footage, like... This is really good. Because it has horizon lock. So you notice like it never tilts like that. It's so cool. That's good. Instrumental Mayonnaise says, I like moving POV, but people like my ex-girlfriend can't watch anything in first-person view without getting nauseated. Static is a safe bet. Anybody else feel that way? Ignore the fact that it covers it, because I'm obviously like looking down the sight. Some shots are good, but yeah, it's like the sight keeps covering up everything. So, I'm trying to figure it out, because I feel like, because I've always done static. I've also I've tried doing FPV for target shooting. I've tried doing over the shoulder. I've tried doing over the shoulder with cuts to me from the front. I can't seem to find something that people like and will stick through the shooting footage with. It's been a constant struggle. It's like every single time I swap to like any kind of target shooting, there's like a noticeable 8 to 12% of people that click off almost immediately, which is weird because everybody's like, that's my favorite part. And it's like, well, why doesn't anyone else like it? How can I make this palatable? I will say breathing and noises. Well, no. I'm sorry about the breathing noises. That's raw footage. Like, I can noise gate that out. It's fine. I could turn down the microphone. Like, that's not it. I was just testing footage. Yeah, of course you're going to get breathing noises. I'm an overweight asthmatic. But I do fix that in post. That was just raw footage. Have you tried more than one perspective? I have. There's actually several videos I've done that. maybe a camera with better stabilization. That's pretty stabilized. Like, I had the horizontal lock on it, so the footage never rotated like that. Like, I thought that was actually kind of nuts. Like you either have movement or you don't kind of thing. What do you think is better, the Jolt or the Maverick? I think the Jolt is better, but I think the Maverick's more iconic. This was me literally just taking this camera and this microphone and throwing it on and trying it. I haven't done any post-processing. I haven't even changed settings. I just did everything like that. Do a couple of I have done that in the past. I could try better. Obviously, the more camera angles I do, the more intense the footage is. But yeah, I have done it. People don't seem to care. Coop also just did like firing footage without any kind of commentary. I wonder if like people don't like it because there's no commentary. I've tried using it as B-roll. I've tried like everything. It's super, super hard. Prime, I think that's a you problem. Because like I have two camera mounts. I have one that's facing towards me. I have also the tripod. I can do both of those. And then the feed from the target itself. Does the feed from the target itself work good? If you guys like that, I've done it for a long time. Sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know why. I'll pull the footage off the card. It'll be blank. Sometimes I'll have no sound. Sometimes I'll have just sound. I don't know what the problem is, but. Are you interested in the Silly Butts Breacher roll? I am. I just don't have money for a hardware kit and stuff like that. And plus, everybody's already done a video, so it kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense to go spend hundreds of dollars and a bunch of my time building one when it's like, oh, cool, I'll get 5,000 views because everybody already knows about the Breacher. I don't just have money for that, and I can't keep. That's why I try not to do like, oh, what's your favorite 3D printed blaster? It's like, there's a new one like every week. I can't keep track of them all. I can't review them all. So it's like, I don't try to, and plus it's a popularity contest, because if there was a better shotgun than the Breacher made by somebody nobody knew, I don't think people would care. Case point, the Javelin M4X is still the best pump action magazine fed blaster we have in the hobby. Full stop. How many of you have had one? 0. I don't think anybody in this chat right now has ever even held a Javelin M4X, unless you've literally held mine. And it's the best. But it's like, everyone's like, I still want this thing, I still want that thing, this thing's the best. It's like, that's a popularity contest at that point. Because, like, it could be the absolute pinnacle of Nerf technology. Unfortunately, yeah. I have a blaster right here, barricade, but it takes mags. Congratulations, that was the first thing people did. They used the stock from the long shot, and they put it in where the cylinder was. That's how they got a mag well on the barricade. That's how they made the Proto Strife. I feel like the only people that have the Javelin locals and Spitfires games. I have a hardware kit. I don't know why he's not selling them. The only thing I can think of why he's not selling them is because it takes a while to build a hardware kit and the margins aren't as high. That being said, he sells those blasters for like, so if I go to his thing right now, I think he sells like a fully done, maxed out M4X for $250, which compared to other blasters you could buy that are similar, it's so cheap. Unfortunately, it looks like he's taken pretty much everything off his Etsy. And I don't know what's going on. Is he just done? I guess he's done. He finally took everything off his Etsy. He has just a couple of small things on it. I think Etsy took everything off his Etsy. That could be true. I don't know if he's selling it somewhere else right now. I have no clue. But, like, I'm hoping that he's still doing it. Because, like, the only thing that might be, like, a little difficult for him right now is like a lot of competitive stuff is moving to 300 plus FPS, but all he has to do is make like the plunger tube slightly bigger. And like, I know that's like flippant of me to say, because I'm sure that's a lot of work, but yeah. Blaster downloads. It's ridiculous we have to deal with this. Etsy just doesn't want money. Oh well. Well, it doesn't look like he's on blaster downloads yet. It's frustrating because it's like a lot of people, like, they made their entire living off selling stuff on Etsy, and for them to just nuke you from orbit for no reason, it's ridiculous. And that could screw him up hard, you know? Like, if he just lost all of his income and he has to try to quickly put it in another place that doesn't have the same kind of discoverability, it's like that could be really hard. Yeah, that's really frustrating. I've been saying it for a while. I'll say it again. As time goes on, we're real lucky right now, to be honest, because I think sooner than later, the whole concept of 3D printed blasters and stuff is going to be a very big problem. When you compare like a 3D printed blaster to the likes of a firearm, I'm not even kidding. The last time I saw, I think it was in Australia. I think it was like the 3D printed firearm rebellion. They showed a bunch of things on a table. One of them was a Nerf blaster. Like, full stop. It is like, the more that happens, the more it feels like people are purposely poisoning the well. It's like, you're going to wind up with problems. And eventually it's like, Singapore's had to deal with, like, they can't buy stuff because even like barrels and stuff like that, people think they're firearm barrels when they're obviously not. And like, you're going to run into this point where it's like, it's going to be nearly impossible unless we go back to plastic barrels and plastic plunger tubes and stuff like that. And all of our designs only, but even then it's like, how long is it going to take for somebody terrible to like, oh, here's my 3D printed Nerf blaster. And it's not. I think we are one bad experience away from the entire concept of that being stripped away. And I don't know what we can do about it, but yeah, I'm willing to bet like we're going to run into this point where it's like, we can't have metal barrels. We can't have metal plunger tubes because they're going to be considered firearm parts. Like, I just had to deal with the fact that I got the S400 with no internals. Like, the internals had to be shipped separately for some reason. I am interested in the Stagecoach. I thought it was really cool, but I don't have a hardware kit. I'm not spending $300 on one or whatever it is. And it's old news at this point. Everybody else has already done a video on it. So I can't go to games, unfortunately. So I don't really have like a huge need to go buy one except for like myself playing with it and showing it off on the channel. So it's not worth me spending $300 on a hardware kit for a blaster, unfortunately, when it's like, oh, this is really cool. I love it. And it's like, it might be a year before I even actually get a chance to use it in a game. And at that point, it's like, is it worth just waiting for the next great thing? It is absolutely absurdly overpriced. It's whatever. I can't, if people are going to pay it, they're going to pay it. 3D printed blasters in general. Why the hell would you pay $300 for a DIY kit for a blaster? Like, straight up tell me why you do that when you could buy a printer that can print that out for $200. Like, who is doing this? Are people just like, oh, I'm not going to buy a 3D printer because it's like, the bamboo ones run themselves, dude. Just buy an A1 or an A1 Mini, print out the blaster on that and say, like, oh, you paid the same amount as for a hardware kit, maybe a little bit more, because you have to buy filament too. It doesn't take that much filament. And then not only that, now you have a printer to print out all the other stuff you want. The problem is that like those like companies don't make money off you buying hardware kits. It's like, they still have to cut, size, source, pack, everything. But it's like, if I were to buy the hardware kit for something, it's like I can source it myself most of the time. The problem is that like to source it, you have to buy enough to build like 5 of the blaster. And so you end up spending more money if you were to build 1. Or you could spend the amount of money to build 2 of them to get a pre-made hardware kit, which is easier because it should be sourced. Everything should be perfect. You print out the parts yourself. You build it yourself. But like, oh, $350 or whatever for all the printed parts and the hardware kit. And it's like, just buy yourself a printer. Stop doing this to yourself. If that's what these stores are going to do, charge you $400 or $500 for printed parts. Like, I understand there is maintenance and filament costs. I will also tell you straight up right here, right now, my X1C has got like 4,000 hours or something on it in print time. I have done almost no maintenance to it. I don't think I've ever had to replace a part. I've replaced the filter, but it's like my A1 has probably 1,100, 1,200 hours of printing time on it. I printed out most of the Moab on my A1. Worked perfectly. I have not done a single adjustment to a screw on that thing. And it's like a $200, $250 printer. Maybe it's like $300 now. But like, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you spend printer levels of money on it's not even like coming to you put together. If you want somebody to put it together, you have to pay another $80 or $100. Why would you do that to yourself? It's like, I can only do like, just buy let's talk like the bamboo ones. There are other printers you can buy that if you want to put a little bit more work into will be just as good, if not better. Like a Centuri Carbon or whatever, I think those things are like $200 for like a really good printer. It might take you a little bit more finesse. It's harder for me to recommend printers like that because like with the bamboo ones, they have like what, 5 printers? Like they're all the same. Everybody has the same ones. So it's really easy. And if you have problems, there's a huge amount there's millions of people that have bought them. So it's really easy for you to diagnose and fix stuff. That's why I recommend stuff like that. It's like, I recommend these printers because it's so easy for you. You don't have to do a whole bunch of guessing work like we had to do when we got like an Ender 3, where you'd get an Ender 3, you'd put it together, and out of the box it would never work. And you have to sit there and try to figure everything out. It's like, oh no, the print head was wobbling and I didn't realize it because it's underneath 4 inches of plastic that covers the entire thing. It's like stuff like that, man. It's like, I didn't even put the print head on there. It was on there from the factory. I was just supposed to screw the whole base in, and it's annoying. But like, all these are like, I can't afford a 3D printer. I can't, but I could want a thing. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. It's a hobby. It's going to cost money. Hobbies are expensive. That's what they do. It could be as cheap as you want it to be. It could be as expensive as you want it to be. My point is like, if you are interested in this at all, if you have the means to like, especially if you're going to Nerf battles with other people semi-regularly, a printer is the best possible thing you could buy. And the bamboo ones require virtually no, I own 3 of them right now. I've never had an issue beyond like stuff not sticking to a bed because I didn't clean the bed properly. Like, you literally just like, I think I showed it in my you need to get a 3D printer video. You literally just screw the thing on the top, screw it in, power the printer on, you hit test print, you load a little bit of filament into it, and it prints out a perfect thing. Right out of the gate. You don't have to do anything. And with the bamboo stuff, it's like, oh, I can literally go to the Maker World thing, find a thing, download it, and it will have a sliced everything ready for me for my exact printer. I don't even need to touch it. I just need to have filament loaded into the printer. And if you have the exact colors of filament, that's how I printed out like the hunter's license. It's like, I just had the exact specific colors and I just printed out, and boom, it's done. It's super cool. Love it. And if you're gonna buy bamboo, make sure you use the affiliate link in my You Need a Printer video. I don't know a lot about that. Joel King says a printer is a good investment, period, no matter the hobby. I have so many hobbies and it's useful all of them. That may be true, but I also know people that have bought 3D printers and built them that have no use for them. And I could see that being a thing. Like, you can get a lot of, but it's like, if you're just buying a printer to print out stupid knickknacks, like, that's not going to be fulfilling for you. Like, I didn't get to print this, mind you, but it's like, that's awesome. Because, like, what else is this blaster? It's like, it's a couple of screws and a metal thing, a metal tube, and a spring. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. That's so cool that you can build something like this. And this year specifically with things like the hardballer, where it's like, you can just print out parts that you could slap onto a blaster, an existing hardware, like take a Fury X, take all the hardware out of it, slap it into a new shell, and get a different experience. That's cool. What do you think will need to happen for NERF hobby to become as popular as Airsoft or Paintball? It never will. The problem is that with how, like, for instance, like, our hobby is so anti-gun. It's very weird that that's the case. It does come from a source of, like, goodness, as in we want to differentiate firearms and blasters. And that lack of gun and the sheer hostility. Reddit, for instance, the NERF subreddit, if you post something even remotely not in any spectrum of gray-black whatsoever, you automatically get a post every single time about how it looks like a gun. And that turns off anybody's like, wow, this hobby is absolutely lame. This community is absolutely lame. I want nothing to do with this. And I think that scares off more people than anything, because otherwise Reddit would be our biggest entry point. It's horrible. It's one of the worst things I think about this hobby right now is the subreddit is completely ran like that. When it's like, in reality, it's like you can go to an Airsoft subreddit and they post guns all the time and nobody cares. Like, you should obviously try to be like, hey, you can't paint a blaster, matte black and take it outside and have nothing happen to you. But at the same time, it's like, I don't even think Airsoft has to do that. I don't think Airsoft has to, every single post they make on r/Airsoft. I've never really been there. I just looked it up once for this exact argument. And it was like, yeah, no, they don't have to post, don't take your Airsoft guns outside where people might mistake them for firearms. It could get you killed. But like almost everything is like, the M4X is like, oh my gosh, that looks like a gun. No, it looks like a Tryon. It looks almost exactly like a Tryon. People didn't say the Tryon was a gun. I don't get it. But I get the point that, like, it's also like, oh, you're not in America, so it's not a problem. So you're still making these things come through, and then you argue with anyone that tells you, I don't live in America. Like, well, we don't care. We're just trying to be safe for everyone. Okay, congratulations. You're scaring off 90%, 99% of the people that would be interested in this hobby. And then it's just spirals from there. I have a huge problem with the community when it comes to that kind of stuff. There is a line where it's like, we should be safe, we should do the right thing, and I fully agree with that. Just like sensible gun laws. I'm totally for sensible gun laws, and I'm a huge Second Amendment advocate. But I'm also not like, why are we like every single post, and then you have people who run shops and sell products as moderators on the subreddit, so it's a huge conflict of interest where they ban and delete posts of people producing products or marking them as not safe products, but all of your products get front page and all the upvotes and everything, because of course that never happens to your stuff. Like, what are we doing? Like, one of the biggest access points of our hobby. I hate Reddit. Reddit's awful. But one of the biggest access points of our hobby is this Reddit, and for years it's been a complete waste of time. It sucks, dude. I'm so sorry for anyone who, like, tries to, like, oh, well, the first thing you do when there's a game, like, tell me I'm wrong. You're playing a game, any game, or you're in any hobby. Even if you hate Reddit with a passion, forums don't really exist anymore. So you go to the Reddit. You just go to the Reddit. And, like, the Beyblade subreddit, I will stay away from that. It's arguably as bad as the NERF one, in my opinion. The quality of posts on the Beyblade subreddit was the worst I've ever seen. The NERF subreddit was about the same. The difference is, like, I don't see posts on Beyblade, oh, this is super dangerous. You can't have a black Beyblade. That's really dangerous. People are going to mistake it for a grenade. Stuff like that. It's stupid. Like, why are we doing that? It's like, there's a time where it's like, I really wish we would have done more with the subreddit and done. It's like, I'm not saying, the fact of the matter is, the thing you'll never be able to pull away from this hobby, no matter how hard you try, is that we're playing with firearm analogs. People are always going to think that a flat matte blaster is cool. They're always going to do that, even if you think it's dumb, even if I think it's dumb. How many flat black matte blasters do I own? But if I wanted to make the coolest thing ever right now with my Vector, do you know how cool the Vector would look with, like, flat black mat with some dark gray matte pieces and a little bit of silver dry brush, it would look fantastic. You can see it in your mind's eye how beautiful that blaster would look. And maybe I'll never take it outside of this room. Who knows? But we live in this thing, so it's like, it's so hard. It's like, I understand the safety aspect, and I don't think we should ever shy away from the safety aspect, but I think we're way too far in one direction with this hobby right now, and I think it's actively going to suffocate us. Nerf Haven was super toxic. Nerf Haven was in the other direction. I guess this direction. The problem is I can make an argument for the toxicity actually helping that subreddit or that forum. I could make the argument that that level of toxicity kept the real enthusiasts there. The toxicity wasn't really so much directed at individuals in the hobby, so much as it was directed towards people with a lack of knowledge and a lack of, I would almost say social skills. I don't know how you should. It's bad, but it's in the complete opposite direction of the Reddit. The difference is like Nerf Haven is tiny, and the subreddit is the biggest point of entry in our entire hobby. Sorry, I had to go off on that. Imagine 42 rooks. It was anti-newbie. I don't think it was anti-newbie so much at Quintic. I think that's a bit of a stretch. I do think that like they wanted a certain quality. That's the thing. It's something that I struggle with like on our Discord a lot. Like we ban a lot of people on our Discord and I never feel good about it. The problem is that the quality of posting has to be at a certain amount, and it's very difficult to hit that quality level. I want people to have fun on my Discord. I don't want people to be berated for asking simple questions. I don't want people assassinated for having ideas on stuff. But there are times where it's like, we have lots of discussions with moderators. Like, we're like, keep a watch on this person because the quality of posting is very low, and we may have to do something about it. There was somebody, I'm not going to name names, there was somebody that was in that Discord for years that it's like, you felt sorry because they obviously were very social. They didn't have a lot of social skills. They were very active, and they were generally kind of positive towards a lot of things and more very negative towards others. But it's like, over time, it's like everybody complains about this person. Nobody seems to like to engage with this person. They're super active, but the quality of their posting is very bad. And so we have to get rid of them. And it sucks. I don't like to do stuff like that. I don't like to ban anybody. There's a reason why I don't advertise our Discord more than like the live streams. I have videos with, 1 million views that don't mention the Discord. I could mention it in every single video if I wanted to. And it's still like the largest one in the hobby, and I barely try. And I don't want to have a whole bunch of new moderators come in and try to deal with that kind of stuff. Like, I like the team we have. Like, Jolt King is one of our like sub moderators. We actually did add sub moderators to our Discord. But it's like, I want a place where people can talk, because I firmly believe nothing truly great was ever built by a single person. Collaboration is what keeps our hobby alive. It sucks that like we have to worry so much about like, I'm trying to say this in a way that's like good. You have people that build amazing stuff, right? You do. Like, let's look at the lightning bug right here. This is a freaking amazing blaster made by Impact 498, a guy who does not exist in the hobby nor in any convention. Look at how ugly this thing is. Look at, like, nothing makes sense with this blaster. Screw off. Then, if you were to have this looked over by another person who maybe specializes, has a flair in, like, design, they could take the same internals and everything that work here and make it way smoother, way slimmer, way nicer in every way, without really affecting the print time and stuff whatsoever. And that would just make this blaster better. And then maybe somebody else wants to turn it into something, like, you can see how it goes on from there. That's great. Why does that not happen so much in the hobby? Because unfortunately, we have stores overseas that have taken so many, like, not even just overseas, there's stores in our own country, in the US. Like, they take stuff off, like, these kind of things that if they're produced for free and sent out there open source, this never was, by the way, they take this and they sell it, and they undercut the original guy who made it. And the original guy who made it never sees a dime. And it's awful because, like, that guy had to spend a bunch of time making this. He had to have. And he doesn't get anything for it. And it sucks. I understand. I don't recommend any designer ever make their stuff open source if they want to. Some are lucky, some get lucky, others don't. For every one person that's like, they sold a lot of blasters through a bunch of different things, there's 5 others that have had their stuff ripped off and it completely destroyed their motivation to ever work on anything. So, like, it sucks. I wish things were better for designers and stuff like that, and I wish, like, this hobby could collaborate more, but it's like, the older I get, the more I'm in this hobby, the more it's like I have such a huge issue with how we're doing things, and I hate that. I do. I wish we could be way more open with that. See, Ghost Manta is actually a designer. It's like, Ghost Manta, put all your stuff behind a paywall. I would never tell you not to do that. If you want to, if I tell every designer, because I get a lot of designers that come towards me asking questions, and I'll always say the same thing. It's like, if you want to put it out open source, it will most likely, like, you imagine how bad it would feel. I'm going on such a tangent, I'm sorry. How bad it would feel for you to pour your heart and soul into a blaster, right? Like, you made a thing. Like, let's say you made the Caliburn. And let's say somebody took that, redesigned the Caliburn ever so much, and it becomes its own thing. It becomes the Holy Sword. And the Holy Sword is better than the Caliburn in every way with some very minor tweaks. And now nobody remembers the name of the Caliburn. Everybody remembers the Holy Sword. And everybody has a Holy Sword and not a Caliburn. And you didn't sell 1,000+ hardware kits for a for a Caliburn. You sold 1,000+ hardware, or somebody else sold a bunch of hardware kits for the Holy Sword. You know how bad that would feel? Would you want to continue to make blasters after that? Now remember, the person who made the Holy Sword might not ever be able to build their own blaster from scratch. And maybe somewhere on a GitHub link, buried on a part, like, who goes to GitHub for a Nerf blaster, they have the credits of, oh, this was a design from the Caliburn. But on every storefront and on your printables and stuff like that, either that's a footnote or that's never actually revealed. You know what I mean? Like, would you want to continue to make blasters knowing, like, does the Caliburn guy want to be like, oh, I want to make the next thing. But if I make the next big thing, it's just going to get turned into something else, and that might not be the default. And my original design may never actually be anywhere. It's like, that would suck. I understand that. It's like, I'm not a designer, but I would understand that would suck. But I also can see, like, I took a block that I found on, I think it was Thingiverse, it was the front end for the double strike. And when I downloaded that little block that barely fit right, it was completely open. There was no attribution, no anything. I spent 6-7 hours one night, and I completely did a whole bunch of test fittings, and I cut it out in places, and I slanted stuff, and I did very minor design work because I was a complete amateur, but I made something that I liked more than that. And I was going to just distribute that, but I was also told by a store seller they wanted to sell that. They actively wanted to sell that design that I made. And when I downloaded it, it was completely free attribution. I have the file. I have the original zip to prove that. When I did a video talking about it, that person recognized that it was their original design, which I said in the video, but I didn't link the original one. I just said I found it on Thingiverse. That person closed it off. They changed the attribution to where it's like, no, now you have to pay them money for everything. And is that fair? Is it fair that after my design went out, that my video got views, that they wanted their design, they actually left me angry comments about how I didn't put their original design on there? Maybe that was my fault. Maybe I just didn't want to bring attention to it. I didn't say that I made this from scratch. And here I was with, this guy's like wanting money from me and telling me I can't sell it without paying him. And it's like, you made a block. I made your block, not a block. And now you're like, I can't sell this thing because you changed the attribution on it when that shouldn't be allowed in the first place. I still have the files for that. I still have the original zip that shows, because when you download something from Thingiverse, it has the thing on it that says what the attributions are. And it was completely open source. And if you re-downloaded it today, if it still existed, it says it's locked down, like you can't make money off of it. Is that fair? I don't think that's fair. That's my opinion, but I obviously never did anything with that part, even though I put a bunch of time and tried to make my best. I think a better one came out shortly after anyway, so it's like, what's the point of mine? I really liked mine. I like the boxier kind of gun look, and they made like a more rounded version. I don't mind releasing simple files for free, but the kits I spend 50-60 hours on are behind a paywall. Yeah, of course, and you deserve to be paid for that. I think it would be hard to make a Springer that is not heavily inspired by others already in existence. That's true, Sam. That is true. There's a difference of like taking somebody else's original thing and just tweaking it slightly and making it a new thing. Entire generation of children, of course, out laughing. I don't remember what that was to. 6, 7? Did I say 6, 7? I don't remember. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I've retreated from a lot of Discords because of the way the hobby works. I think it's actually one of the ones I enjoy the most, and there's very little drama there. Well, we got people that have left and rejoined the server like 18 times and getting tired of, and they can continuously talk crap about my server. And then they rejoin like a week later and pretend nothing happened. And it's like, do I ban you? I feel like I should ban you. What do you think of full-length darts? Like, are they still viable? They've never really been viable. There are blasters that use them, but yeah, they're the only reason for stock-length full-length darts right now is specifically for working with older designs. I think we got to that point. Famous user on FDI. Like, I don't really try to push that Discord much. That Discord was made specifically because there was, and it still exists, I'm sure of this, there was a not so good, in my opinion, NERF Illuminati Discord. That, I'm ashamed because I contributed to it too. They did basically organize a bunch of stuff against people and with people and stuff like that. And when I decided to not be there and make Fuzzy Wallace Industries like an actual thing, like a public server, the entire point was because I wanted a place that was like people could be themselves. They don't have to, like, within tolerance, obviously. And I've struggled with that because it's like, I don't want to ban anyone, but sometimes you have to for the quality of posting. And there was a point where it's like, I wanted to make it big, and dang, I made it big. We made it big is what I should say. And like, this moderators you see in that Discord have been there since the very beginning. Almost all of them. And I don't know, like, if I want to make it bigger than it is or try. It's because it's like the quality of posting. Like, if I invite more people in, I'll have to ban more people, and I don't like that. I think this hobby does have a community problem, and I'm not going to be the one to even remotely try to fix it. I thought that your Discord was built from you and Ivan to talk about Rust. It was like originally it was just a little tiny thing that didn't matter. It's like the thing, it's like, I hate the fact where it's like, have you ever had friends? You ever notice how all of your friends have their own Discord servers and they all want you to be in it and they all want their Discord server to be the main one? It's like, kind of like that. That's why I'm only in like a couple of Discord servers. I think I'm in less than 10 Discord servers in total. Because it's like, holy crap. It's like everybody has their own, some have multiple. And it's like, dude, nobody wants to be in 30, 40, 50 Discord servers. And it's like the one that I'm in, like my friend, like, no, I have my own Discord. I don't need to join yours. Like, okay, man. All right. It's like, yeah, you guys make one post a week. This might be one of the last ones, Wood Canoe. We'll find out. If I send you some XYL Whistler darts, would you review them? I don't know if I could do a whole dart review, the general. I may be able to do a short on it. So, send your love for little Kagarat. He was a good one. He was one of the better ones that we had. The two new boys are so squirrely. Air-powered blasters and stringers. Air-powered blasters are the best. I love air-powered blasters. Yeah, that's kind of how it feels, Vesic. For all I know, nothing will happen tomorrow. It's just like, I'll find out at 5 o'clock in the morning. It'll make sense. I trust you. It's nothing bad. You will find out eventually. Whether it will be tomorrow or it will be Christmas Day, I don't know. I haven't figured it out. But you will find out. And it will be like, oh, okay. That makes sense. What's the blaster you said? I mentioned live stream that had paid subscription to use the blaster. That was the, crap, what was that thing? That was the disc blaster. The Shelby blaster. Like, so, if I could talk positive on that thing for a little bit, not that they ever let me do a video on it. Like, they asked if they could, like, fly up here and, like, hand it off to me to do a video. And they asked me how much it would cost, and I gave them a very fair number. I think it was actually far too low. And they're like, oh, yeah, we'll see. And then that never happened, and then the blaster never came out. The Shelby Destroyer when they had it at like the event I went to, it used 3D printed TPU discs to fire, and it was like, you know, a big magazine with like 40 or something in each chamber, and you could flip it around. And I was like, oh my gosh, this thing hits hard. Select fire. All these cool features. Plus you can print your own ammo. They're like, oh, well, we sell our own discs. Like, but I can print them, right? I don't know, like you can't 3D print a foam dart. You can't 3D print a rifle round, but you could 3D print this ammo, and it hit hard and it flew farther. And I was like, this is so cool. So like the blaster did exist. The blaster was a thing. It's a shame that the company, God, what a disaster. And I still remember like when I found out they were going to try to do like a subscription for you to unlock like, I think more firing modes. Like it was like an ammo subscription, but your ammo subscription also meant that your blaster would have access to more firing modes and like a higher velocity and stuff like that. And it was like, I was going to do a video on how bad that was. And somebody in my circle at the time got really angry at me because I was being a bully because they bought one and they didn't want anything bad to happen to them. They're like, you can't do a video and then you're just bullying. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You don't see the problem with me pointing out how bad of an idea this is before the blaster even comes out? Like, imagine if that actually launched and that was a thing. How many companies would be trying to do that? How many, like, I'm fine if companies like NERF want to make a blaster that's basically like a Zip Zap or an X-Mods, where it's like, you could just pull out one screw, pull out the whole flywheel cage off the side of the blaster and buy a high-end flywheel cage off Amazon or something to slap in there, and they sell individual parts like that. Why is that not a blaster yet? Why is that not a blaster yet? Why is there no blaster where it's like, you can make a flywheel cage be quick swappable without a connector? If you were to just like make a receiver inside the shell with the contacts bare and you could just put a flywheel cage in there, you could sell better, stronger batteries. You could sell a thing where it's like you just pull out a block that was a semi-auto kit and put in a full auto kit and sell those individually. And you can customize the blaster however you want. You can do all of that. Oh my God, it would be so easy. Why is that not a thing? Because it costs money and time and effort. But yeah, it's like the paid subscription to have heated seats in cars. Yeah. That's also stupid. That is the dumbest thing. If you have the hardware, you should be able to do whatever you want with it. What were some of the craziest finds you bought from Facebook Marketplace or eBay? One of the craziest things found on eBay was a Nerf bungee blaster. This was on eBay. And on Facebook Marketplace, I bought a complete in-box Red Strike Vulcan for like $60. Awesome. Probably worth a lot more than that. I don't know how many complete in-box Red Strike Vulcans there are. Not that many, I assume. That's absolutely true, Classic. That's why it's like, I think the one thing I ever bought off Kickstarter, the only Kickstarter I've ever supported was this thing. And it was worth it. Sucks that I broke the screen. I'm pretty upset about that. I had it in my pocket. I have another one, though. Where is... Oh, there it is. I do have another one. Both of them have the same problem, where the screen, I don't know if it'll even turn on, it's probably super dead. The screen is glued in slightly off. It's really annoying. It's cute, though. That's the only Kickstarter thing I've ever bought. I hope to find the X-Shot XS because I really wanted one of those. So that's a pretty attainable goal, VMT. Well, yeah, that's exactly what 3D printing is for, Hex. I hear a lot of vintage on Facebook. Yeah, God, I love that stuff, but it's like, it's so expensive when you try to buy it secondhand, and I don't even think NERF is that collectible. It's like, could I really sell my, you know, brand new in box crossbow for more than I paid for it? I don't think so. It's like, if I could sell that crossbow for $500, I might. That's more than what I paid for it. But yeah, it's like, who cares? Exactly like the heated seats, Private. I want a CRT. Man, do I want it. I need to get one, and they're becoming more and more expensive. Oh, I saw Band Blasters is doing brushless stuff. I wonder if they actually have it for sale on their brushless Banshees. Yeah. I don't know if these are, they come with the motors or not. There's just wheels. So you'd have to get the Kelly motors, and I don't know if they sell them. But yeah, Band Blasters is doing brushless stuff. Never trust people to know the model name of it. That's fair. I hope to get one sometime soon. The market is going way down too. Nobody cares anymore. Are you talking about like Nerf stuff? Like, yeah, no, nothing Nerf is really worth money. Last year, I was thinking of selling my inbox Titan CS50, and it was like on eBay for $800. Now I think you can buy one for $200. It's not that there's more of them, it's just that nobody cares. It's fine. It's not like I ever plan to sell what I have until I'm done anyway, you know what I mean? There's so much stuff I don't need, but it's all worth money. I have so many duplicates. I have like 18 Titans, but what do you do with 18 Nerf Titans? Do you know what I mean? Like, I could sell them, but it's like, what, $5 a piece? Like, they're worth more than that, but how do I get rid of that many of them? Gabagool? Eh. Standardized gearbox AAB system that we will develop new things from. If you wanted something like that, I think your closest shot is going to be the X-Shot AAB. But, yeah. I have shelves full of box blasters that are not anywhere for display behind me or anything. I have so many. Well, thanks for joining, Citrus. Honestly, I might be done here in a bit. I do have a long night ahead of me. In an early morning. But I appreciate you guys, especially. I wanted to get one out before, you know, the holidays, and I'm hoping that after the fact I can get a video out, 2 videos. I need to get this video done, but I've been struggling with it really bad. That, and I want to get the, like, the Nerf stuff and then the best blasters of the year done. People use test and use printed HPA cores. I haven't seen that. Do you ever lipo swap an MPP? I did, but it was on the one that I was sent from X-Shot like months before it came out, and apparently something happened between those 2 models. I haven't tried it with one of the new ones I got. Did I eat anything today? No. I just realized, yeah, I woke up, I started working and cleaning on stuff. Then I went to stream, and it's like, why did I not feel great? Oh, right, I haven't eaten anything today. Any new foam flinging tech to recommend? It's a little difficult. I think the Vector, the Dart Zone Vector's a good stop. If you want to go high-end on a flywheeler, like sidearm, I think the Lightning, did a whole video on it, is one of the better ones you can get. It's like 80% of the way there to a pew-pew. Otherwise, like, I would almost like wait for the S400. If you're like, I want a new primary that's injection molded and stuff. From what I have with my S400, it is very cool. I just don't know, because I don't have internals for it, because they were showing up frickin' separately. Unless I have a notification here on my phone from my camera that says there's somebody at the front gate. And no, it's just the cat. There's a stray cat. And I have a soft spot for it, so I feed it. It doesn't like us, but I feed it. It's very cute. If X-Shot bolt action blaster, yeah, I'm sure it's coming. When? I don't know. I think it's actually out in a lot of places, but it's not like one of their main designs. Is the S400 that much better than a Seagull? I think so. I think the shell is a little bit thinner. Not that I think that it matters, because it's still really nice, robust, injection molded. The thing that gets it is like not only is it a bullpup, so it's like a really nice compact shape. It does take Talon mags. The first time that ZWQ has put out a blaster that has, you have to buy the part separate or get it shipped separate, but it has a whole nother mag well you can just slap in. Problem, it does load mags in backwards. So you'll have to load your mags in like with the dart head towards the notch and put them in backwards, but it should work. I haven't tested it because I don't have internals, and it should hit up to 350 FPS with enough tuning with a really light prime. There's like tracks in the front of it that have big, huge Delrin ball bearings that it just glides so effortlessly. I'm so excited. There's like no flex or anything. I won't know until I put like an actual thing on it, but that blaster seems tip top. And if it's gonna get, if the internals are gonna show up, it's gonna be like Monday. We'll find out. I'll try to get that video done ASAP. It should be a pretty easy one because I just slap the internals in it, talk about it, shoot it a couple of times, and that's done. That, you know, a lot of that depends on how we're doing. I don't know how bad things are going to get. I'm ready to cook. Oh, what are we having? Are you making food? What are we having? Did we need to go to the store? I could have more ramen, I guess. Kind of tired of having ramen. Breakfast for dinner. Ah, that sounds lovely. I hope that's waffles. I want waffles right now. Dart Zone Renegade. I haven't even seen the Renegade or the Buccaneer. I tried looking for that pirate playset. I couldn't find it. Again, I think we really, really, really overstate plastic quality. It matters and it doesn't matter. There's a threshold. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I can't stand the Buzzbee Sentinel because the plastic quality is bad. It's like, who cares? It's a great blaster. You know? Like, if it breaks, you just bought another one. But it's like, does everything need to be... I've seen people break Harriers and Seagulls. They break too. That adds a ton of weight to your blaster. Like, those blasters can get stupid heavy. They don't need to be that good. Like, yes, it is injection molded. It does seem to be like ABS or nylon or something, but it is thinner. I noticed it when I was putting it together. It's a little flexy in parts. Again, before I put it together. There is an autocannon. So, there you go. Thanks, General Strife. Have a good one. How many mags should a new foam flinger get to supply an entire game? 5. 1 in your blaster, 4 on your gear. That's like, I would almost say that's the maximum. 5 mags. 1 for the blaster, 4 on your gear. That's like the standard setup. So you showed your dart testing. What was the results? I think the best performing darts were, I think it was actually the Bamboo X2s. I think those were the ones that performed the best. I don't have Nitro Shot Plus darts. That's the thing that I need that I don't have. I have some because I've obviously bought blasters, but I don't have like boxes of them. Thoughts on the little rocket full? I don't care. Why? Here, look at this. $7 at Walmart. Why would you? Yeah. If you have a blaster in box, it's the only one you have. Is it never coming out? I will never open it. The only time I have, if it's an open face package that I am confident I can open and put back in, then I will. And I have done that for the Dart Zone. Quintic would know the Halo rifle looking thing from Dart Zone, like circa 2011. I found a listing on Amazon, and I was gonna buy, I was like trying to think I was gonna buy one. Quintic was around at the time. He's like, dude, there's only 2 of them. You buy one, I buy one. So we're probably the only ones with them. I have the only video of one on the internet. Like, straight up is the only one. And once I was done with that, I took all the darts, put it back in the package, took the blaster, put it back in, tied it back with the original tines, and it's been in the box the entire time. Something else, like, that's why I like buying complete in box. It's like if my crossbow was still sealed, I would be upset. But it's the best possible option. The crossbow has been opened, and the package inside have been opened, but everything is there. There's not a scratch on the crossbow. It's never been primed. It's never been fired. The stickers are still on the package, like on those little things. Everything's still in there. That's the perfect thing, because I don't feel bad about taking it out of the package and showing it. That was the plan at some point, Matthew. Was that an orange cricket? No, it's green. The chroma key. The green screen behind me. So it's chroma keyed it out. But yeah, it's like, why? This is $7 from Walmart. Like, why? Do you think Hasbro will release any new Star Wars bows? Yes, they will. They already have leaked General Strife. There is a where is it? He sent me a thing, but yeah, there's a Nerf Mando and Grogu blaster that's coming. Yeah, it's literally just called the Mando and Grogu blaster. We don't know anything else about it. Painted clear, bros. See, that would be I was gonna get chroma key paint for that. I can't believe Coop didn't think of that. Like, get chroma key paint. It exists. Spray paint a blaster, and then as it dries, watch as it disappears. And then people will be like, oh, you just like, it's green's like edited out. It's like, no, it's right here. Watch, load a dart into it, fire it. It's like, wouldn't that be cool? I wanted to do that years ago. You see our Nerf? Oh, wait. Oh, it's chroma keyed out. It's our Nerf shirt. And a sticker. Hold on. There's a sticker here. It's also chroma keyed out. Favorite anime? I don't know if I can pick a favorite. I have a lot of ones I really like, though. Outlaw Star, Eden of the East. There's a ton. I can never think of like what my absolute favorite is. I'll forget ones. It's like, oh my god, I love that one. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That happens all the time. B-car, what would it be? All-rounder B-car? What's the one? The HQ one is the best I've ever used. I don't think I've used that with like 400 FPS and it's still way good. I've tried so many B-cars. That is the only one that is consistently just better. Least favorite anime? I don't know, man. I don't watch bad stuff. Yeah, I don't know. When was the last time I watched an anime? It's been a while. I was watching Shangri-La Frontier. I was enjoying that immensely. Oh, Hunter x Hunter is the last one I probably watched. All the way through. Twice, pretty much, because I had to watch it with the wife, too. What kind of blasters do you wish Hasbro would remake? The frickin' Sledgefire. Get that back on store shelves. I'm new to Nerf. Do you know any good blaster of guys like me? Adventure Force Cricket. Walmart, $7, $8, buy one. Easy. Favorite revolver type dart shooter? The Wrecked Jury. Ooh, spicy. I think you can still buy those. Hold on. I'll get you an Amazon affiliate link. Of course I'm gonna... Oh, no. Oh, is it not on... Oh, no. Is it not on... Oh, no. I swear I just saw it like 3 days ago. Oh, there it is. If you type in Wrecked Jury, you don't get the actual Wrecked Jury. But... Hold on. Let me get you an Amazon affiliate link. Buy all of your Christmas presents and use all your Christmas money using this affiliate link. Boom. Done. Taken care of. 400 packs of nitro for $50? Is that a good deal? That doesn't seem like a good deal. That should be like $35 maybe. Yeah, I see it. Oh, and it doesn't even ship for like 3 weeks. So who cares? That's too much. I'm sorry. I know they're good. But I don't know if they're the best. Yeah, I bought as many as I could, Aircraft Enthusiast. Man, if you guys want to make my Christmas better, you could buy all those packs of the nitro shot darts and send them my way. Because holy crap. I need as many of those as I can, because I'm pretty sure those are going to be the best ammo for the Moab. So I need a lot of them. At 5, I bought every single target out I could around here. As long as you're okay with your Moab possibly breaking, yeah. Coop retiring wasn't a good thing, because Coop was also one of the biggest people that inadvertently, because he didn't like me, sent viewers my way. Because my like viewers found your videos through was always Coop. Everything was Coop. So it was great. And him leaving, that sucked. I thought about that too, cutting them down for half lengths, but I don't think with the orange plastic core they would do well. Mags are 10 to 2 apart. Close down to... I'm pretty sure those are fine. Those are just the normal... I might have a pack of them, but I didn't open them. Because I buy stuff like that and put it on a shelf and keep it. Because nobody else does. So I'm very... Like, I try to keep darts and stuff in packages and keep them sealed. They're fine. They should be just the same exact darts you get, or bags you get from the recent blasters. Bought my son the Pillager's crossbow. Okay, look, Lost by Waffle, if your kid is huge on Minecraft, as long as you bought him the one that was like the turret on the bottom and not the original Nerf one that just sucked, I'm sure it's fine. It depends on how old your son is, if you should also get them a Venom Pro or Pro Blaster. I don't think, 8, 9-year-old kids should have a Venom Pro. I almost don't think 12-year-old kids should have a Venom Pro. It's hard because I have such a negative opinion of the previous generation, but it's like those things are dangerous. They will take out an eye. Normal Nerf will take out an eye. Imagine what double or triple the velocity will do. It sucks to say that about a foam dart blaster, but it's the truth. Like, so I think as a parent, you need to be cautious of that. If they're young, the N-series stuff is fine. I don't think that's I don't think anybody, N-series sucks. Yeah, but for a child, it is fine. If you have a really young child, the Nerf Junior stuff is great. It's just too expensive for what it is. People say I live in the past. Did I say something, Abquintic? Would you recommend the Volcanic Pro for someone who's not used to topside springs? Yes. The Volcanic Pro is very good. The thing with the Volcanic Pro is you are going to trade rate of fire for a blaster 1/5 the size. Like, if you buy like the Volcanic Pro with the upgrade spring, it will hit as hard as a Striker 2, harder than a Striker 2.0 out of the box. And it's like 1/5 the size. Yes, it's a hefty prime. Be ready for that. I really wish they would have made it like a T-pole prime. Hopefully we see more of that coming in the future, or at least the option to put a T-pole on. Like, Dart Zone is the one company that will do that. Dart Zone is the company that in my head, they will hear feedback like that. At least I hope they're hearing that feedback. And they'll make a Volcanic 2.0 that has an optional T-pole you can buy or put on out of the box. Walcom, you still don't have the DIY Soul? I do not have it, no. I was gonna buy it the other night, but you have no idea how busy my life has been. Trust me, you have no freaking clue. Like I said, I shouldn't even be streaming right now. I'm only up here because the wife was like, go stream. She woke me up because I was up all night. She woke me up and was like, hey, it's 3:30. You need to stream today. And I went like, you want me to stream today? She's like, yeah, go stream. Freaking okay. All right, man. And I got up and I came up here and set up the stream. Well, crap. Thank you, Classic. Thank you a lot. I already owe you for the AGM Mass Tech thing. That's why I started putting who's sending me the blasters so I can put your name up there more. Your wife was, today she wanted me to. Wife sponsored stream today, use code. So I don't know how things will be after tomorrow, but we'll find out. I'm hoping I have plenty of time to finish the blast because now that I shouldn't be driving 4 times a week to Tacoma and Seattle and stuff like that. God, I'm so sick of driving. I'm so tired of driving through Tacoma and Puyallup and Seattle. Got me some Burger King. I've not had Burger King in years. There's one, it's like the closest fast food chain to me. And I used to go to it pretty often. I went there and got the original chicken sandwiches. I bit into one and it was raw. They didn't even cook it. It was thawed, but it wasn't cooked. And I have never eaten there since then. Hey, welcome. Can you pull out the Nerf musket for us? I sold it. I had to. Bills suck. My electrical bill is way too expensive for what I have. It can if it's like a bare floor heartful. If it's like full of brush and stuff like a forest usually is, it won't. What sort of themes, past or future stuff would you like to see? I want to see more cowboy stuff. Hey, maybe? Hey, maybe what? I don't know what that means, honey. Dollar for dollar, does the Nightingale 2.0 still have a place in the hobby? No. I'm sorry. I don't think the Nightingale 2.0 was worth it when it came out. There's a reason why I never did a video on it. Because I heard like 4 people came to me and was like, dude, the motor's burnt out within like an hour of me using it. Thank you for answering. He bought them all at sale for 50%. That's, dude, if he's 8, all the Nerf stuff's fine. Hopefully he has a Galactic Commander. I know the Galactic Commander will be the same size as your kid. But it's like, that's like what they want, right? I don't think a Pro Blaster should be anywhere. Like, you might be able to rationalize a Venom, because it will be the coolest thing he'll ever have. But keep in mind, if he just unloads that into some kid's face, that kid is ruined. Like, I would not want to take, you know, 130 FPS flywheeler blaster multiple times to the face. You got to trust your kid to not do that. And I know that's a question you have to, I can't ask them that for yourself. There are 8-year-olds that have their own 22s, and they use them responsibly. There are also kids that I wouldn't even trust with a Nerf Junior blaster. I went to an event. I was just at the front lines dancing, letting kids shoot me. I was wearing iPro, but I was only wearing the glasses, not the full face. And there was some little kid. I don't think he watches. I don't think he even knew who I was. He had a Dictator, which at the time was a 170 FPS blaster out of the box. It was one of the strongest off-the-shelf blasters you could buy. I saw him put it on the ground. He had to be like 7 or 8. Grab the pump, push it all the way down. Kid hit me. I looked over and went, ha-ha, good shot. And I saw the muzzle. He just had it pointed dead onto my face and shot me, basically right underneath my glasses right here. If he had done that to somebody else, it probably could have been bad. I had a big old welt on the side of my face. I was not happy. I just went like, you got me. And then I walked and sat down and I was like, that little psycho. That was years ago. I was like, that little psycho. This is why kids shouldn't have Pro Blasters. What do you think about glowing darts and tracer muzzle devices? I think we should do something that does like reflection rather than like glow in the dark. Like, should have a big old infrared thing that hits the back of the darts as they're flying through the air, so only you can see it. That'd be cool. Is the Venom Pro semi or full? It is full auto, Luke. Thoughts on weapon charms on foam blasters? I think it's fine. I mean, Dart Zone's finally producing their own. I'd like to see those on store shelves. I think Zuru, if they do that, they'll blow Dart Zone out of the water. Zuru makes all of those minis and all those blind box toys, and they could make Zuru blaster charms. Or they could just make a set of charms that also work for a blaster, and just include a little blaster attachment with all their stuff, and they will blow Dart Zone's charms out of the water. I kind of hope that happens. I have been shot directly at parts of the body that at least comes close. I gotta wonder if that kind of thing is why I see pro blasters with their so fast. Kid was a psycho and parents donated the blaster. I would assume. So that's the thing, right? This is one of the reasons why I do try to do outdoor footage, because most people don't realize, like, if this blaster hits 200 feet per second, how far does that dart actually go? Logic to me, and keep in mind, this goes way back to the patented hand test. When I shoot my hand and the dart goes floom off my hand, I go, ow, that hurt. You would make the argument, it's like, wow, that dart goes real fast. And if I go like, wow, this hits 200 FPS, you'd be like, wow, that dart goes real fast. But it's like, most people are like, what's 200? This Nerf's been saying their blasters hit 3,000 FPS or 3,000 feet ranges for the end of time. Like, no, you buy an Nexus Pro X, you go outside, you shoot it, and that dart goes 150 feet flat. And you're like, oh, Nerf's no joke anymore. Most of the people's like, ha, you play Nerf. It's like, no, I play Nerf. You don't understand. There's a difference. Also, can we complain about those? I'm so freaking sick. Like, it hasn't happened for so long. And then recently, multiple comments like, this isn't a Nerf blaster, you're clickbaiting. It's like, it is Nerf. It shoots. What is this? What's this right now? That's a Nerf dart. I don't care if some of you are like, well, that's an X-Shot Insanity dart with air pocket technology. Piss off. It's a Nerf dart. It's Nerf, not the freaking swooshy logo. Nerf is a top, like, it's an umbrella term for this entire ecosystem. Oh, I do foam dart blasters and foam dart blaster accessories, or I do Nerf. I can say I do Nerf, and most people are still gonna go, oh, like the little revolver that shoots like 20 feet? No, I put foam darts through drywall. Oh, you Nerf. Yeah, I Nerf. Get it? Like, why is this so hard? Do you go, that's not Airsoft branded. That Tokyo Marui or Marui or whatever, that's Tokyo Marui. That's not Airsoft branded. You can't call it an Airsoft gun. You'd look stupid. You'd look so dumb. Oh, that's a Tipman. That's not a paintball marker. That's a Tipman. Like, do you not sound stupid? Am I the only one that thinks you sound ridiculous? When I say Nerf, you know what it is. You know exactly what it is every single time. If I say it's a dart zone, you have no freaking clue. If you type in dart zone on Amazon, you'll get actual darts. God, so tired of it. I can do a whole video on how these people are stupid. And also, what year do we live in where you have this insane brand loyalty to Hasbro? Okay? It's the same thing with like, oh, it's a Xerox. Well, unfortunately now that's kind of like, oh, actually, that's not even good because I say, oh, I have printers. You know, I never had an actual paper printer. I never owned one until last year. My entire life, I've had 3D printers for so long. I just call them printers. I never have to say 3D printer. But it's like, hey, can you print this off for me? It's like, oh, you want a paper printer. Crap. Now I have one. But that would be like, you might as well call that thing a Xerox. Makes more sense. There's no ambiguity. Like, if I go, yeah, I have a Xerox. It's not, it's a Canon. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, why is this so difficult? Why is this such a problem? Can somebody explain it to me? I'm going crazy. Am I the only one that gives a damn about the rules? Short darts and Talon mags make pro blasters different from Nerf full lengths. Nerf full lengths don't even exist anymore. You got freaking N series now. You got this crap, right? This doesn't. These Zorus the one keeping these alive, not these. Frick, man. He goes to a training club to get an A on X, told him it hits hard. He came back with wide eye, like, yeah. Same thing with like my older brother. Is like when I even told him, like, yeah, I modify NERF blasters guns. And he's like, what? And you have like a YouTube channel? I'm like, yeah, no, here. I went out to my car and I got my Titan that was singled and, you know, shot it through a cardboard box. And he went, oh. And I went like, yeah, it's a NERF branded thing. I just plugged the pump and rebarreled it. Oh. Yeah. Check out the NERF SR 410 shotgun. I think I saw your comment on another video. I don't know. Maybe. If it wouldn't sync your algorithmics to shoot. I try, but like putting NERF in the thumbnail is like, it's so much easier. And like, it sucks because I use the NERF logo. But again, the logo exists for a reason. How do you feel about the current Hasbro blasters? They're awful. Hey, can you recommend NERF blasters for CQC? Yeah, the Venom Pro. There you go. Or the Dart Zone Vector. Either one. Called Pro NERF blasters. Dart Soft. No, so I thought Dart Soft was a great name. I really did. I thought Dart Soft because the darts are soft. It makes more sense than Airsoft, right? Because the darts are actually soft. And it works also piggybacking off the Airsoft thing. Why didn't that take off? Because this community's stupid. We're talking people in this hobby that are absolutely ubiquitously loving, could do no wrong. I have watched these people go like, yeah, F milsimps. All those Airsoft or milsimps are garbage. It's like, did you just label an entire group of people far larger than our hobby with a slur? And that you don't even know them? Yes, Airsofters are gonna be like militaristic and, you know, stuff like that. That's kind of the appeal but there's also going to be a lot of them that just want to play a game. There's a lot of them that are going to go there with freaking cowboy revolvers and stuff and play against the guys with the, you know, Miltac gear and stuff like that. But it's like, when I heard that's like, dude, this community's lost. Because they said like, no, we don't want Dart Soft. That's a dumb name. We want Dart Tag. Dart Tag kind of sucks. Dart Tag does not work as well as Dart Soft does, in my opinion. So we can never agree on it. And the biggest problem with that is like, again, there's a cabal of people in a Discord right now probably talking crap about me that are the ones like, yeah, of course we didn't use Dart Soft. It's for Airsoft. Airsoft is horrible. Airsoft is evil. I hate Airsofters. Milsimps. They're all milsimps. I'm going to just label an entire group of people I don't know with hate and wonder why that's not problematic. Why you shouldn't ever do something like that. I think it's pretty obvious to me, but my point is still made. They were like, no, we're good Dart Tag. That's what it's like, well, I don't think Dart Tag is a very good name. NERF already tried it and they abandoned it. Why, yeah, Speed Dart doesn't work because that fits in the same thing as Speed Soft, and NERF is not all Speed Soft and Speed, yeah, exactly, so it doesn't work. So we're going to stick with NERF. That's how it's going to be, no matter how much you try. And the other problem is I think there's a big cabal of people there. I want to be the one to come up with the term that everybody uses, so I'm the one who invented it. Then I'm going to patent it. Because I think that was actually a problem. I think Dart Zone actually did try to patent, like, the word blaster or something like that. Like, something really stupid like that. Blaster Tag. See, like, Blaster Tag might be the worst one. That, Airsoft. Blaster Tag. Paintball. Blaster Tag. It doesn't work. Dartsoft. Dart Tag. It doesn't work. Like, you don't have to be a freaking linguist to realize that it doesn't work. Blaster Tag doesn't work. Dartsoft works great. Oh, that's so because the darts are soft. Do you got some NERF rare guns? Yes, I have a lot of rare things. You don't even know what this is. You literally cannot find one of these if you wanted it. Like, I have stuff you've never even seen before. I still have the only video of this thing on the internet. And the second I posted it, I had 3 people wanting to buy it off me. Yeah, I have rare stuff. Dartsoft sounds cool, but I'll never catch on. That's fine. I don't care. So we'll all just never agree on anything then. That's why this community is such a butthole. And it's like, okay, fine. If you guys want to do, you know, Dart Tag or Blaster Tag or whatever, I'm not going to use it. I think it's dumb. I won't use Dartsoft either. I'll just use Nerf. Did any of those terms catch on? No. They never will. Not unless you get like X-Shot and Dart Zone to go full in on one of those terms. Like, you'd have to. You'd have to have basically everybody but Hasbro go on a term that isn't Nerf. And I don't think that it's a bad thing that we use the term Nerf even if we don't like Hasbro. The word doesn't have to, oh yeah, it's a Nerf trademark. It's like, yeah, well, what is Nerf? Nerf has been garbage for decades or years now. Like almost a decade, it feels. We can use the term for everything that's better. Like, whatever. It's not going to lead to people going out, like, when I call a Worker Kunlun a Nerf blaster, it isn't going to lead to more sales of the Nerf Shadow Speed Recon. That's not how it works. You may have a blaster so rare you have the only video, but is it the perfect gift? No, it's not the perfect gift. It's mine. Piss off. Do I have a Dan pistol? No, never even smelled one. Sorry, the one. It's not that I have a red Vulcan, it's that I have a red Vulcan complete in box. That's the important thing. Is that the crossbow from Van Helsing? It is. Missing the stock, but I don't think anybody owns a stock to him. The stock was held on with like the thinnest possible plastic imaginable. Of course it broke off. That's where the stock was attached. And yet it looks so good without it, it doesn't matter. Good luck finding one of those. And even if you can find one, the problem is it's like you're going to run to this point where it's like, yeah, you could maybe find one, but like the people who are selling them might not know what it is. So they just call it like weird crossbow Nerf gun. That's like, again, it's a good thing we have this Nerf terminology. There's no logos on it. I don't think there's even a date. It was probably all on the stock. Yeah, there's not a single maker's mark, name, anything on this entire blaster. And again, if you don't have the stock, it's so small too. Like, I have small hands. But it's like, yeah, this thing is an actual unicorn. Oh, look at how cool that is. It's one of those blasters I always thought should exist, and guess what? It actually does exist. And I have one. It's like probably the rarest thing I own. I like my career. I hate the community. That's my problem. I wish I didn't have to hate the community, but the community hasn't really tried to make me not hate it. I try to like my community more, but I also hate like, oh, I like my community. I never really thought of it like that. My entire goal from the get-go is like build this up bigger, spread the love of Nerf foam darts. I think there's a lot of people that do Airsoft and Paintball that if they actually saw like what a Worker Kunlun does, they would want that because it's more like realistic than it is in Airsoft. Because Airsoft, you're always shooting 6mm BB no matter what. So like, I really feel like there's a good amount of people that'd be like, oh, like the little short darts and stuff, like they don't know what these are capable of, and it changes the game considerably. And I think there's a lot of people that would dig that, but they just never get to. It's like, oh, Nerf is dumb. Nerf is for kids. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, Moose, I know you sent this to me years ago, but I love it so much. Big fan of it. I love the, well, thank you very much, Gamer Glitch. Buying a 3D printer soon. Do you have a suggestion for a dart blaster print? Any of the stuff from Lidl Lee. Lidl Dynamics. Pick and choose. Just buy, you know, a roll of, you know, rubber bungee and then print out whatever you want. Because the only hardware you need is the bungee. It's a rare one, Jolt King. The rest thing I was a Zombie Strike Jolt. It's a different mold. That's in Elite colors. Oh, I've never even... You'd have to send me a picture of that. How's my day? It's been busy. It's going to be busier. This will make sense soon. Don't you worry. I want that pistol. Where can I buy it? It's a Moose ZNC. I don't know if he still sells them. He started selling the elk, and I don't know how the elk compares. I really don't. He has the Elk M? Maybe that's the same thing? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like he sells that one anymore. I don't know, and I don't know how it compares. I assume it's the same. I really like this. The look and feel and everything about it, it's like practically perfect. And look how tiny and compact it is, and yet it hits like 120 FPS. Or not 120, like 220 FPS. Freddy's around here somewhere. I could actually chronograph her. I'm running out of darts to shoot, though. Correction, I am out of darts to shoot. Well, I got one of the Nerf darts, but these never work in anything. Still did good. Did you review the Dart Zone Dictator? I didn't. I couldn't really find a whole lot to talk about with the Dictator because it was really similar to the Conquest. I have that issue. Like, I wish I could just do the same video, but I always wanted to make my videos different. And I was really busy when it came out, so. The Moab is 5,000. I think it was like 3,400, but the hardware kits are like 600. So if you have a printer and like $100 in filament, that's way easier. It's not that hard to build. You know, you said last year that Deltarune Chapter 5 wasn't coming in 2026. The newsletter says most of the team. I don't remember if I said that. I don't know why I would say that. If I did, I was an idiot, and I apologize. I still haven't even played Chapters 3 and 4. A lot of my darts are worn, and even some are not worn. They will still jam up. Yep. Now you know why I have to use like fresh darts for every single thing. You ever reviewed the Rival Meteor? The X-Shot one? I'm pretty sure I did. I have a really nicely painted one here from Valor. I don't know if I can get it without knocking over my Gundam, though. Are voltage alarms and charging bags required? Voltage alarms are smart. If you discharge a blaster too much, the battery will not charge again. And that is 99% of where all your issues come from. And a charging bag is very safe. Now, I will say this. I have literally never taken care of a lipo. I am awful at it. All these are just sitting here. And yes, I have swollen lipos that I've had to get rid of. I've never had one burst into flames. Don't do what I do. You should have a lipo storage box and a lipo bag. And yeah, I would say a voltage alarm is good. If you could fit it. Some blasters, like, you know, and motorized piston pump and stuff like that, they'll have like alerts so you don't leave it on. What's your favorite out of all your snipers? It's probably the Buzzbee with the metal parts in it. The Buzzbee, I'll tell you what, the one part for the Buzzbee that makes the Buzzbee phenomenal is the roller catch. If you get that, the Buzzbee, everything else can be the plastic original stuff, it doesn't matter. But the Buzzbee with all the metal parts is so good. What are the best half darts? I haven't come to a conclusion on that. The ones I like the most are the like dragon scale darts or whatever, but they're hard to get. Amazon used to have like the best short darts, and I think freaking X-Shot, not X-Shot, or Dart Zone, I think sued, like pulled all of the bamboo style darts off Amazon. Are these the ones right here? Nope. Wait, maybe they are. They look similar to the ones, but the bamboo ones that had the 3 ridges, and like you can't freaking find them anymore, I don't think. And it's a darn shame because they were on Amazon and they were the best. Yeah, I don't think you can find them anymore. That sucks. You can buy all this generic looking worker stuff, but the ones that I even got another bag of them from Singapore, and they were dragon scale darts, is I think what they call them, and they were fantastic. I still try to take care of them the best I can. They're very resilient, and they're bamboo styled, and they're just very good. But yeah, I think all the bamboo style darts on Amazon were pulled because of Dart Zone, and that sucks. None of the other I think the Dart Zone Nitro Shot Plus are probably really good. I've never had enough of them to really test. I need like 400 or 600 of those darts to really put them through their paces, and I haven't been able to do that. I just want good darts that will not jam every time I'm about Boxer Pro. Well, just the standard, like, X-Shot darts will do fine. They're cheap. What's your opinion on the long shot? It's great. Do you know about the heavy 1.0? Yeah, I have some. They're okay. I don't think they're the best. What's the hardest hitting blaster? It was probably my Dart Zone Pro Mark IV or my Buzzbee. They both hit over 400. I'm sure I can get something that hits harder than that with air power, or even a Springer with a ridiculously huge everything. But those are the most sensible options. Reduce noise from putting a 3S LiPo in it. You could try, if there's any space between the shell and the flywheel cage, to add some foam to the side of the shell around the flywheel cage. That will dampen it a bit. Magic Dart darts are back on their website. Yeah, but that's not in store. That's the problem. I don't order darts off on the internet. Like, I just don't. Put them on store shelves. All right. We've been gone for about 3 hours. I want food, and I have a lot of work I have to do, and then I have to be up early in the morning. So I don't know what I will do my absolute best to have a video out for Christmas. That's the time frame I'm looking at. I need one good day where I can have uninterrupted like 7-8 hours, and I think I can get a video out. So we'll see what happens, but like I said, tomorrow things are going to be weird for me, so we'll figure it out. I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows. It's going to be fun, but I really appreciate you all sitting here with me for this. I hope it was somewhat entertaining and informative. I try. I really do. I don't know. I want to do live streams, obviously. I try to do them every Saturday night. Couldn't do them last Saturday because I was in town. That was a great night, by the way. There's a funny story in there about a guy who, like, they literally wrecked in front of me because they were, like, both turning and weren't paying attention. And so there's 2 cars on a 1 lane that both of them were turning into. And so there's this absolutely wrecked Subaru, and then there's on the, like, halfway on the Meridian, halfway on the road was some SUV. And, like, the 3 cars in front of me kind of fit between them, and I pull up, and it's like, oh no, are we actually going to fit through here without hitting them? Otherwise, it's like, it's going to back up forever. And they're, you know, the lady in her car is freaking out, and this guy gets out of his car, walks over to the passenger side, right in front of me. Like, so he let the other 3 cars go, but then he walks out in front of me, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? Stops, opens up this passenger side, now it's completely blocking the lane, gets out a potted plant, like a pretty big one. Some kind of tree. And he like grabs it, he's holding it, he's looking at it, and he's like grabbing leaves, and I'm sitting here, they just had a wreck, and I'm like, I want to get through. I have places I have to be. And now I'm blocking literally like 30-50 cars behind me. And we're sitting there, and this guy like, you know, I'm like, what is this guy doing with his potted plant? What is he doing? The dude then puts the potted plant on the ground, closes the passenger door, picks up the potted plant, walks 3 feet backwards, puts the plant on the ground, opens up his rear passenger door. I just want to go through. And he's blocking me again. And he's now looking at stuff in his back seat to see what's damaged or what's not damaged, and assumingly going to make room for this potted plant. I was about to lose it. I understand this gentleman just had an accident. The other car is wrecked. The SUV looked fine. I couldn't even figure out what was damaged, but it was like halfway on the freaking Meridian. I don't know if she rear-ended him and his bumper was just, the entire front of that Subaru was gone. It's spewing stuff. It was great. Finally, my brother-in-law rolls down my window, and I said, don't you say anything, because I don't want to tilt one of these people into killing us, because you never know what crazies are going to do. And he's just like, I can't. Hey, can you move your car? Your potted plant isn't that important. That guy, potted plant guy, didn't even look at us. The stupid woman in the car who just totaled her Subaru started screaming at us. I can't move my car. It's broken. It won't come. Just had an accident. And we're just like, we weren't talking to you, obviously. I'm trying to call the police right now. That's great. We're not talking to you. We're talking to the dip-ass stupid in the front of us who's worried about this potted plant. I don't care if the potted plant was the spirit of his grandma. Grab the plant, sit on the side of the road, don't block traffic for 30, 50 people that were trying to go through this one lane over a freaking like ravine or over a bridge. It was insane. It was the most, like, I still cannot believe. Matthew, why do you do this when I was going to shut down the stream? You've been my favorite YouTuber forever, 9+ years. You always make that day better. Phenomenal job and Merry Christmas. Do more tag back. All right, Matthew. Thank you so much for the $40 tip. I just wanted to tell the potted plant story. I will do my best. I will do my best. I can't make promises because I only have a Buzzbee Hawk in the package, I'm pretty sure. But thank you. But yeah, I think I told the story in like my secret club Discord. I still do not know what that dude was saying. I assume he was in shock. The potted plant guy. Like if my brother-in-law was not there with me, nobody would believe me. Like we were held up for 6 minutes by this guy worried about this potted plant. Like we had already yelled and the guy didn't even look at us. I don't even remember how we went through. I think somebody called him over to the, like, because the police were coming, and he shut the door and walked away. And I slid through, and we were talking like, I didn't know if I was gonna make it. We almost grabbed the mirrors and pulled them in. That plant, I don't get it. I want to assume he was like a Instacart or something, and he was doing a delivery, and he was making sure the plant was okay. Why was the plant in the front seat? Was the plant the reason he, like, didn't see the other woman merging? Who was at fault? Why do they have 2 lanes that merge into a 1 lane in front of a bridge or something? I don't know. This was in Bethel, Washington. Like, insane. I wish I had a dash cam. I wish I would have. I had my phone in my hand. I'm like, should I record this? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Should I record this? I hope the rest of that story was good, Matthew. Thank you so much. Shame about the Subaru. It was like brand new. And this is like whole front end crunch, steam spewing out. Oh, it's so cool. What brand of car is? I don't know. It's some SUV. It was like there's like a meridian that divides the oncoming and going lanes, and it like is a meridian that's lifted, and it goes across this entire like bridge area, like a really small bridge, but it was a bridge. So it's like, I don't know if there's another way to go around these guys, but there was a ton of traffic behind me. Like, it's not like a huge main street. But you gotta remember that like most of Western Washington is underwater right now. So traffic was already nuts. Like, it was the most stressful day I've ever had driving in my life. And I've drove through downtown San Francisco. This was insanity. And this guy literally, like, he let the other 3 cars, 2 or 3 cars go. And it was like, I pull up, he just walks right in front of me, cuts me off, and opens up his passenger side door and pulls out this plant. It was horrible. I was so angry. It's like, and I wasn't going to say anything, because it's like, you know what? It's fine. This dude just got into a wreck. Who knows what's going through his head? But it clearly is something to do with the stupid plant. This plant is the most important thing in this dude's life. And it's like, after like 3-4 minutes, we got tilted. And then that lady screaming at us like, we're not talking to you. It's so crazy. If you think Washington's bad, Oregon is just water. I actually could assume that. I have no clue, because Washington's the one that's dominated the what do you want to call it? The news feed. And I've seen it. We were driving back from this to go home. And we're like, okay, we're going to stop by the mall on our way home. So we stop at the arcade and take a look around. So we were driving, and I was like, I'm looking out the side, you know, the passenger side window, and it's nothing but water reflecting moonlight. And I was like, I didn't know there's a lake there. So I looked down at my dash, you know, where I have my infotainment and my maps and stuff. There wasn't a lake there. That was a huge ass lake. That was a massive lake. There's not supposed to be a lake there. Everything's underwater. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the potted plant story. Hope that was worth it. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a fantastic night. Love you all. I hope to see you soon. You'll understand more when I decide to divulge information to you. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Maybe it'll be Christmas. I have no idea. Take care. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas. Forgot about that one. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate.